Welcome back, everyone. We're about to get started with day 2 of the Spring 2025 NABC Robot Individual. We had a pretty good day 1, all things considered. We're currently sitting in 19th place, 68%. We'll look at the results in a second. I do have a couple of comments, but taking a look at the top of the leaderboard, we have close to an 80, 78%, high 78, couple 77s, some other 70s down here. In fact, 12 players hitting the 70% mark on day 1, including 2 of our old buddies. But down here, we're sitting at 68 and change. A couple of other names that people might recognize. Kolesnik is Alex Kolesnik, the father of Finn Kolesnik. A strong player, strong junior player. Zhang Gu, played on a team with him before. Tigger, I think still a viewer of the stream, did very well on the first day. It's all going to be about consistency now for the next couple of days, because putting up a 78 on day 1 is really good. You're going to have to follow through. And some of these names at the top of the leaderboard I do recognize, who are pretty frequent players in, this caliber of tournament that do quite well in the robot tournaments at least. But some of them I don't. And I think it could just be a little bit of randomness where some people do go ultra swingy on basically every decision. And if you have 10 of those in a set with a 2,000 people playing in the event, someone is going to get all 10 of those decisions correct or in their favor, just by chance. And so that could explain a couple of these, but doing that day after day after day is going to be pretty difficult. So some of the names that I might not recognize up here on the leaderboard, very possible that they will be dropping off. But either way, getting close to 80 is going to be pretty tough overall, and so far no one has even managed that. These were our scores on the first day, and I think one of the things that is notable about a lot of this, it's not so much that we have a ton of boards in the 90s. A lot of these were either based on our decision to open a no trump instead of one of a minor or one of a major or something on some of the hands. Or it could have just been, the potential of us taking some extra tricks in a fairly normal contract, as did happen in a couple of these cases. But I think the more notable thing is that even though we have some scores in the red, they aren't particularly bad. We don't have any that are close to 0. In fact, we only have 2 results on here that are below 20%. And these are pretty close to 20. These were not good scores, but more importantly, the swings that were taken against us, either because we did something that was a little bit unusual and it didn't work out, such as the one where we were in a no trump down 3 on this board where we opened a no trump on the 13 count. It ended up not being a 0. And so I think that ultimately is the reason that we did a little bit better than I was expecting yesterday, because our bad boards were not quite so bad, and our good boards did turn out to be quite good. Like 4 spades doubled down 1. This is the one where we just effectively said more than half the time the opponents are not going to be making 4 spades, given that dummy is limited to 12 high card points, and especially given that opener showed a minimum. And we were correct about this. And if we look at the Traveler, had we just passed out 4 spades and beaten in a trick, we would have gotten a little bit about an average board. So we were risking 56% of the match points if we were wrong. We doubled and they make it. And we picked up about 40% of the match points on top of it. So if you calculate the ratio there, we don't need to be all that more better than average for this to be profitable. And we thought that there was a pretty good chance it was going down. A couple pairs looks like they beat it too, but we were the only ones in, 24 tables to double the contract. So a very worthwhile risk to take on that one. But we'll get into day 2 and see if we can keep up the momentum. 24 more boards. Here we go. I actually haven't decided if I'm going to play day 3 shortly after this, because it's like pretty close to the cutoff deadline. I mean, we have time to get through the set, but by the time we're done, it might be almost time to turn around and play day 3. Either way, that video will upload a little bit behind schedule because I do want to clip the final results in for that one at the very end of the session. Board 1, pass. So I don't see any reason to do anything other than open a heart in third seat. I think it is possible that you could win this board. Like, if you wanted to go swingy here, you could definitely pass, hope the contract passes out, and hope that it's just not your side's hand, either because the opponents have spades or because our hand is just pretty terrible and partner's passed hand. But I'm going to open heart. Partner bids Drury, and this is where things get a little challenging, because if partner were to open an 11 count in first seat, or if our opening style was to open all 11 counts, we would probably game force this hand because we have a 5-card suit and we have 12, despite having very few spot cards and a couple of queens that might not be all that useful. And so with partner being a passed hand, but partner passing most 11s, this Drury could have an 11 count. Obviously, in the robot tournament, we don't really have to worry about the field taking different actions than our partner, but this would be a consideration in real life, where if our style was conservative, then this is a situation where we might actually be inclined to try and push for a game, even though, you know, we have nothing more than a dead minimum opener and partner's a passed hand, just because the field might actually be getting to game on this board. But we don't really know. I mean, partner could have a 9 count over there with 3 hearts. I guess what I would like to do... It's tricky. I mean, the ace doubleton of spades is actually pretty poor. If it was ace third of diamonds and queen third of clubs, I would feel a little bit better about showing this hand as a full opener. I think 2 diamonds shows a full opener. Okay, it shows a game invite. I guess I'm going to bid 2 hearts and just say this is not a full opener, and we'll play here. I think a lot of the field in this event might do that. I mean, some of the field might open a no trump on the hand just because they like to open a no trump with basically everything. I took a look at some of the previous deals. There weren't any that I felt worthwhile to bring up at the start of today, but there have been a lot of interesting decisions to try and game the system a little bit. And my experience, having played a lot of these, is that the system that I'm playing now tends to work out pretty well. You might be able to do a little bit better than this with a couple more tweaks, but generally, I think just having good bridge decision making will trump playing some wild and wacky system that has high volatility. We'll just bid 2 hearts and see what partner has. Okay. So I think we're in good shape, but that doesn't necessarily mean that 4 hearts is not making. Especially given the queen of spades lead. I mean, queen of spades is a very unusual lead. There's no guarantee East would have preempted a spade suit that's headed by the 10-9-8 in second seat. Actually, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. So it's very possible this is a singleton. The robots have frequently led queen doubletons in the past, though, so I think it's very possible that this is queen doubleton. We have a couple of issues on this deal. One is that we have a 3rd diamond to do something with. And if we try and ruff the third round of diamonds and dummy, we can never pick up the hearts for no losers, which is fine. We don't necessarily need to pick up the heart suit for no losers. It's pretty likely we're going to have a heart loser, regardless of where the heart king is. But trying to ruff a diamond and dummy, I think, is going to be a little bit slow. We're going to get too many rounds of spades played before we get to ruff the diamond suit. So I'm tempted to win the king of spades and play a heart to the queen immediately. If it holds, we have a pretty straightforward plan. I think the plan then is to just cash the ace of hearts. If the king drops, that's great. Then I think we probably pull the third round of trumps, unblock the spade ace, club to the ace, spade pitching a diamond loser, and lead a club to the queen for a 10th trick. If the king of hearts doesn't drop, we also unblock the spade ace, club to the ace, king of spades pitching a diamond, and lead a club. Now, if our heart to the queen loses, I don't know how the defense is going to continue from there. Lots of possibilities. First of which, West might have a second spade. If they do, they could play a second spade, and we effectively take the same line of play. Win the ace of spades, ace of hearts, heart over to dummy, spade pitching a diamond, club towards the queen, something like that. We're in a little bit better position in the club suit because we can lead low towards the queen as opposed to cashing the ace first. Potentially deciding to pick off, say, a jack doubleton or 10 doubleton in East Sand if we want. But if West wins the king of hearts, I mean, they could obviously do a bunch of other things. 3 rounds of diamonds could cause us a little bit of a headache because we'd have to rough and dummy, unblock the heart jack, and then cross back to hand, which would be fine. Hopefully spades are 5-2 at that point because the opponents haven't gotten a rough. If West wins the king of hearts and switches to clubs, we unfortunately have to duck the trick around to the queen. It seems likely at that point that we are going to suffer spade ruff because spades are 6-1, but if we hop up with the club ace, the spade suit being blocked is a little bit of an issue. And if we were to hop up with a club ace, pull one more round of trumps and try to unblock the ace of spades, West could just rough in. So it's basically the same sort of problem that West will always get their spade ruff. Anyway, I think that's the way I want to start. I've talked through it. None of the plans all seem that bad. I mean, if the heart to the queen wins, then I think we're in pretty good shape. And even when it doesn't, there probably wasn't much we could have done about the hand. Like, sure, we could play a heart to the ace and another heart, hoping that West started with king doubleton and prevent a spade ruff, but I mean, then West would have 5-5 in the minors and didn't act over a heart. So let's win the king of spades and play a heart to the queen and see what happens. Okay, heart 10, queen, king, a second spade comes, so we'll win the ace, and we'll cash the ace of hearts as we had mentioned. Okay, so West made obviously a pretty big mistake in general. When you have natural trump tricks, you should not be looking for ruffs. Instead, you should, rather try and find a way to force declare so that your side can get control of the trump suit, and then maybe tap declare out and score your small trumps regardless. But so West just had 2 natural trump tricks and went looking for a ruff, and they're going to get it, but it comes at the cost of giving up a ton of tempo. Now, that being said, I don't think they had a better plan on this one. Like, if they had played diamonds, we would have scored a ruff and still lost those 2 natural trump tricks, but then we could utilize the spades to pitch a club loser in case the club king is offside. Either way, we'll pull a trump and pitch a diamond on the jack of spades. West will probably ruff, but But now they have to find out what to switch to. They decide to switch to diamonds, which obviously is a good play. Diamond to the queen. If they just continue 2 more rounds of diamonds. Okay, so East had all of the diamonds. Diamond to the queen, king of diamonds, and now East plays a spade. Oh, never mind. West had the diamond ace. Okay. Interesting. West pitching the ace of diamonds is pretty strange there, I think. I obviously don't have the luxury of leading a club towards the 9 anymore, so I think I just have to play a club to the ace, but let me think for 1 second. What is West's shape? West started with 2 spades and 4 hearts and at least 3 diamonds. They could have started with 4 clubs, but if they had 4 clubs, why wouldn't they just discard one? Yeah, so I think West only has 3 clubs. I mean, if we got a count that West had exactly 4 clubs, it could make sense to try and pin a singleton jack or 10 of clubs in East's hand. But I think I'm just gonna play a club to the ace and a club back. Okay. Looks like we're down 1. Who would have thought? We opened a pretty normal looking 12 count, partner bid Drury with 10, and we just go down 1. The 4-1 heart split was not good for us. I mean, if we knew going into the play that West was looking for a ruff from natural trump tricks, then obviously we wouldn't have tried to pull trumps. We would have just gone after our diamond ruff, pitched a club on the 3rd round of spades. That would have been more effective on this lie of the cards. I don't know why the robots insist on looking for ruffs most of the time. I mean, what would I lead from the West hand if I was on lead against this auction? That's hard to say. I think it's between the minor suits. Like, Queen of Spades is definitely out, and a heart lead, I think, is a little bit too likely to blow a trick. Although I think there are some merits for leading a heart from King 4th. Anywho, we're down 1. I suspect the field probably will be too. So pretty flat start. Got another 12 count. Pass on our right. We'll open a club. A heart, 2 clubs. I actually really like this start to the auction and this type of tournament because a lot of the field likes to open their weaker minor. And if we did open, say, a diamond here, partner might have bid, I don't know, a no trump or something over a heart. Partner might have passed a heart, and then we wouldn't have been able to compete for the part score, at least not as effectively. So we'll let 2 clubs go. We had a heart lead. Okay. So we got a couple heart losers, we got a couple club losers, and we have a spade to lose. If clubs split, we're in pretty good shape. If clubs don't split, I guess all we need to do is ruff a diamond. First things first, we could... I think we should duck the opening lead. There is some chance that spades are 3-3 or West has honor doubleton, and we can pick up the spade suit to ditch a heart loser. Now, to do so, we're going to have to somehow keep West off of lead. So that's why I want to duck a heart and cut communications. I think there's a decent chance hearts are 5-2. West didn't balance with 2 hearts, didn't overcall 2 hearts, so it's pretty likely that they only have 5 of them. And even if they don't, King of Hearts and then another heart. If East ruffs, they're ruffing a loser. They might be ruffing with a natural trump trick. So I think I like that plan. It's going to be pretty difficult to pull trumps and keep West off lead, because West, I think, is pretty likely to have King Doubleton or something like that in the club suit, and then there's no way that we can keep them off lead. Unless it's like King 9 Doubleton. If East has Queen Jack... Or sorry, King 5 Doubleton. If East has Queen Jack 9 of clubs, we can lead a club towards the Ace-8. And if West plays low, we just cover the 5 with the 8. East won't have a way to get their partner in. So I think there is a possibility that we can set up spades for a heart discard. But we are going to need to get lucky in both the spade suit as well as the club suit and have good timing in the play. But first things first, we'll duck trick 1. West continues the Queen of Hearts. East does follow, so we'll win the ace. And now... I'm just thinking, is there any other way that we can try to keep West off of lead in clubs? I mean, we could play a spade to the 10 right now. That's not so crazy. East will be in. East obviously doesn't have a heart. Hopefully East doesn't have a heart. I mean, the robots have overcalled 4-card suits before. I wouldn't put past them if West had King, Queen, Jack, 10. But East did play high-low in the heart suit, so I think East had a Doubleton. Was looking for a ruff since the robots lead King from Ace-King. I think one of the main problems with playing a spade to the 10 is if it loses and East plays a spade back, then we'll probably have to go Ace of Clubs club to prevent a spade ruff. And then West is pretty likely to get in. I mean, we could play for this legitimate layout. King 5 Doubleton of clubs and West sand, low club now. If West plays the king, we win the ace. Play club back, ducking. East can pull 2 trumps. But then let's say East switches to diamonds. We win the ace, play spade to the 10. East wins. They play another diamond. I guess at that point, we just play the king of spades and a spade to the ace. I don't think we can pick off honor 4th of spades and West's hand from there. I mean, this seems fine, right? That seems like a perfectly fine plan. It does require one exact lie of the club suit. I was just thinking that if I play a spade to the 10, and instead of going ace of club towards the ace and then another club, if we lead a low club away from the ace, East might make a mistake hopping up with a king from, say, King Jack 3rd, and then we can prevent West from getting in. So we'll be able to pick off many, many more club holdings that way. Even if East has King Doubleton of clubs, it could be really effective to lead a low club away from the ace. East will probably still hop up with the king, then we can pull a second round of trumps with the ace, and then hope for 3-3 spades. All of this kind of fails if West has Queen Jack 3rd of spades, of course, because then they'll be able to get in with the 3rd round of spades and cash a heart. I guess I'll play a club to the ace. Well, a club, and hopefully cover whatever West plays. Yeah, let's try that. West plays the 9. Not really what I was hoping for. But I guess we'll hop up with the ace. We could play low. I mean, so let me think. What holdings of the 9 So like if West has king 9 small or queen 9 small, then East would have honor honor doubleton, and we could play low here. If West has king jack 9, East has queen doubleton, we go ace of clubs club, West just overtakes the queen. If West has queen jack 9, I think we play the ace and East will never dump the king. So we can go ace and a club if East has king doubleton, and that would be effective. But it does look like we at least found two other combinations, you know, king 9 small, queen 9 small, or even jack 9 small, where West might play the 9 here as opposed to the 5, where we should play low. I think I'm going to try that. That seems a little bit more effective. I mean, East could have king, queen, jack third, which I guess would be the same. Wait a second. I just want to make sure because I noticed a potential problem. Well, if West plays 2 more rounds of hearts, we can pitch a spade loser from dummy. So if the 9 of clubs wins and West cashes a heart, East discards and plays another heart, I can pitch a spade. So that would be pitching a loser. East will rough in, maybe still with a natural trump trick. Yeah, okay. I think playing low is fine. It doesn't seem to cost, and it seems like I still have the potential to pick off spade holdings. All right, East plays the 5. That's too bad. So West plays a heart and continues the queen of clubs. We can win the ace. East plays the king. Still don't know who has the jack. So how do we want to continue from here? Because there's a couple of possibilities. I think what I want to do is I just want to exit a club and hope that the opponents don't work out which suit to play. They're going to realize I have another club. So if West has the jack of clubs, West will realize that playing a fourth round of hearts is useless. But it's not going to be so obvious to them which suit to play between spades and diamonds, I don't think. Spades looks a little scarier with the king 10 9 of spades, and that does happen to be the correct suit for them to avoid, but I think that's a better chance than roughing the diamond suit good, or roughing the diamond suit out and then exiting a club. That would require East to have started with 3 diamonds and West to have started with 5. I don't think that's what's happening. So let's just exit a club. All right, East plays the jack. So there was nothing we could do to actually prevent West from gaining the lead. East had king jack 5. And East switches to spades to the jack and king. Okay. So East pitched a spade on the 3rd heart. That could either mean that East started with 5 of them, in which case we should take the spade finesse here, but I don't think that's what's going on. I think West may have switched to a singleton spade at trick 2. I think it's very possible that West would have switched to a singleton spade at trick 2. So I think West has at least 2 of them. And for that reason, I don't think East is switching to a spade away from the queen. I think that's way too risky looking at the king 10 9 of spades. So I think I'm going to play a spade to the ace and hope that West started with queen jack doubleton. Man, it's also a little bit weird because West might have switched to the queen of spades at trick 2 from queen jack doubleton. It's looking like spades might have been 3-3 with queen jack third on our left. West would be 3-5, 3-2 shape, which makes a ton of sense. I can cash 2 diamonds before making my decision in case that clarifies anything, but I can't ruff the third diamond. I would have no way back to dummy before figuring out what to do. I think I am going to play a spade to the ace, so let's cash a couple diamonds, see if we get a count signal. East plays the jack, West plays the 2. Diamond back to the king. Yeah, it's looking like West started with 3 diamonds and therefore 3 spades. So it probably doesn't matter what we do. I'm not seeing any reason to run the 10 or go up with the ace. Percentage-wise, I guess we assume the opponent's made a mistake, but I mean, this is a pretty big blunder if East really had the queen of spades. And could West really have singleton jack? I mean, I guess it's possible. Why did they continue a heart at trick 2? They'd queen doubleton of clubs. West would have started with 5 diamonds then. That doesn't seem possible, right? West overcalled a heart. Yeah, so West has to have at least 2 spades. Let's go up. I really think it's queen jack third. Okay. I feel a little bit better. I wanted to play another spade just to make sure, but plus 90. So, I mean, we go plus. If people had played in a no trump, the defense would have been able to set up 4 heart tricks pretty quickly to go along with 2 club tricks, and West has an entry in the club suit. So maybe it's just a flat board and a no trump. I guess Declare can also set up spades. Once again, West gets in. Anyway, plus 90. Feels pretty good. I mean, if you open a no trump on the south hand, you're going to get too high. But aside from that, it feels relatively flat. 13 here. I'm going to say this is pretty good 13. We have some nice spot cards. All of our honors, or most of our honors, are connected, which improves their quality. So we'll open a no trump. Partner with Stamen. I think this is the first decision we faced about whether or not to show our 4-card major. The hand definitely feels a bit like no trump, but if we have a spade fit, I would like to get there. One of the big benefits you can have in the robot games is if you deny your major over Stamen, the robots will frequently misdefend because they'll assume that you don't have 4 cards in that suit. So if dummy hits with like 3 of them, they're just going to keep playing that suit at you thinking that they've hit gold and that they're setting up their suit when in reality you're setting up your own. But it's a little bit more effective if you have 5 or even 6 in a major suit to do that, because then the opponents are going to be actually setting up a lot of tricks for you. Whereas here, if we bid 2 diamonds, they're only going to lose time in setting up spades, and we might not be able to make use of that time. I think it's close. We do have a side diamond suit that's worth working on, so if we avoid them playing on hearts, that would be useful. But then again, 2 diamonds also denies hearts, so they might just play hearts instead of spades. I'm going to show the spade suit. If we have a spade fit, I'd like to get there. Partner invites, which shows exactly 9 high card points. Learned that yesterday. I probably already knew that, but just forgot, because that's a very unusual way to play. I think a lot of 9s should be game forces opposite a 15 to 17 range, and I think a lot of 8s are worth inviting, even some 7s are worth inviting. But we only have 13, so we're going to pass. We might be a level higher than the field. And we get a heart lead. Okay. That is definitely a hand from partner. So 5 of hearts. I think I'm going to play low at trick 1. We can use the 6 of hearts to our advantage, playing west for the 7. We have some problems, though. I mean, one thing we can do is play west, for example, for ace third of clubs, or east for ace doubleton, by leading the queen out of hand, which looks like a pretty unnatural way to play the club suit. But if west has ace third and west ducks the queen, then we can lead towards the king. We'll have to guess what's going on at that point, but we can lead towards the king and effectively score 2 club tricks per force, and we'll still have the king of hearts entry to the long clubs. I think this is going to go okay. The opponents may well play on spades themselves, and that's not necessarily bad for them, but it will at least take them a while to develop the 10 of spades if West even has that card. So I guess first things first, let's see what East plays at trick 1 when we play low from dummy. And then I think it's productive to try and lead the club queen. We might be able to score 4 club tricks this way. And if not 4, we might be able to score 3 of them, depending on how the defense goes. If they switch to diamonds, we'll be able to take diamond finesses. I think we're in okay shape. I mean, we have not very many tricks to start with. We only have 2 hearts, 2 spades, and a club to begin the hand. We can forcibly set up 2 tricks in the diamond suit, but that doesn't get us up to 8. But I do think our spot cards are quite nice, and especially the fact that the defense may not come up with the right way to defend the hand gives me some hope. Where's the field gonna get? They'll open a diamond, here a heart. They'll bid a spade, partner will bid a no trump, and he'll go all pass, so East will be on lead. East will probably lead a spade into the king. They'll be in prime position to play a diamond to the jack immediately. A lot of it's going to depend on the diamond queen, as well as how they play the rest of the hand, but if we go plus 120, I think we're doing okay on this one. 5 of hearts goes to the jack. Okay. So West definitely has the 9 of hearts, which means if another heart comes through, we can stick in the 8 and force a heart trick. We don't have any quick entries to the dummy. But we might be able to get one in the king of clubs, and we could always decide to play a heart to the 10. 5 of hearts from 9-7-5 third would make some sense. The robots do like to lead from 3 small. Let's win the ace. I still like this idea of leading the queen of clubs, so I'm going to do that. West takes the ace. So the nice thing about West hopping up with the ace here is that now we can duck a club and have communication in the club suit itself. Diamond to the ace. We'll play low. And a diamond return. Okay, let me just think for a second. I presume I should hop up with the king. But maybe that's a bad plan. I guess it doesn't really help to hop up with the king. I was a little bit worried that if I played low, West might win and put a heart through. But I guess we're always going to have heart losers. Yeah, let's set up our diamonds. Put in the jack. West does continue the suit, of course. East plays the 8 of spades. Okay. I mean, we have some guesswork to do. The opening heart lead goes to the jack. So we could play 2 diamonds pitching a heart. Play heart to the 10 if it holds. Then we can duck a club. And assuming clubs are 3-2, the opponents get the ace of spades, but that's it. If a heart to the 10 loses, though, we're in really bad shape because East will win, knock out the king of hearts. They'll still have the ace of spades and the 4th heart because it looks like West has led from 9-7-5 third. We don't really have an alternative to this line if we want to be, if we want to guarantee that that we make the contract, but I think the defense is actually somewhat likely to make an error if we play 2 diamonds pitching hard and then just play a spade to the king. East will win the ace. But then East probably won't realize that they're supposed to play clubs. And I guess even if they do play clubs, we could win the king and exit a club. And if East is the one with the 3rd club, we also still make it. Yeah, I actually like this line of play a little bit more than playing a heart to the 10. Because I think East might take the king of spades and play back a spade, in which case we can just claim we play the queen of spades pitching our 10 of hearts and then duck a club. Yeah, this seems correct to me. I mean, obviously, if West has the ace of spades and the ace of spades is like a false card, then that's not good for us. West will get in and put a heart through before we've set up the clubs, but I think this is a good plan. So let's pitch the heart. East plays a spade, and now we play a spade to the king. And hopefully, yeah. East lets the king of spades hold. Okay. So we do have, I guess at this point, a bit of a decision to make, but maybe there isn't much of a decision. King of clubs and a club, I think, almost always guarantees the contract from here. Because if East wins, once again, East is basically end played. They can cash the spade ace, but then both dummy and our hand will be high. And we have a hard entry. If West wins the 3rd club, and they don't cash the spade ace, they can play a heart through, but we'll hop up with the king and then cash clubs. East will get the last trick with the queen of hearts. And if West wins and does cash the spade ace, well, East has the ace of spades, right? So East will then be in, and once again, our hand and dummy will both be high. So I think king of clubs club, and we have made it. Oh, clubs are 4-1. No. Okay, back to the drawing board for a second. Well, that's very disappointing. Let me think about the 1 no trumpers for a second and see what we might need to play for. Because I think if I go king of hearts heart, East might, assuming I'm right about the heart position where East started with queen jack 4th, East would get in, cash a couple of hearts, and then the ace of spades, but then we would get the last trick and we would just be down 1. If I were to exit a club instead, West could win and put a heart through with East pitching a spade. And so then we would end up down 2. So I kind of need to guess what's going on in the heart suit, because if West has the Queen of Hearts, then King of Hearts heart, and West cashes out. But what's happening with the 1 no trump bidders? So East will lead a low spade. North singleton king wins trick 1. They'll play a diamond to the jack. West wins. West, looking at our hand in the dummy, is going to switch to a heart. It'll go, let's say, 8, jack, ace. They'll continue playing a diamond. East will win per force because they started with ace doubleton. I don't know what East is going to do. Okay, let's go back, because I think all that matters now is trying to guess what's going on in the heart suit. If West has the Queen of Hearts, we want to exit a club. If East has the Queen of Hearts, we want to go King of Hearts heart. I think East has the Queen of Hearts. I've felt that way since the beginning of the hand, just based on my experience playing against the robots. So I think that's what we're going to play for. And down 1 might not be the end of the world, but it's not going to be a huge result as we had hoped if we were making 2 no trump. Clubs not being 3-2 was very disappointing. Okay, let's go King of Hearts heart. All right. So East can cash their heart and then go ace of spades, but we do get the last trick. Well, I don't know how to feel about that one. I mean, we did read the end position correctly, which is good news. The clubs were such that we could have led towards the King 8-7 of clubs earlier, I suppose. Picking off the Jack 10 third in West's hand. But he still had the Queen Jack of Hearts. I don't know. Maybe we could have done better. On to board 4. A heart, pass, pass. We got 17. It's a little too good to balance a no trump. Normally like 11 to 14 or something. 11 to 15 it says here. 10 to 14 even, whatever the range is. So I think we start with double. I don't feel too bad about the double either. We have, well, support for all the other suits. So if partner does decide that they want to play in 4 spades, that's fine with us. Similarly, if partner does decide to jump in clubs or diamonds, I mean, we can just bid 3 now. But yeah, we'll start with double. Partner bids a spade. I think we just bid a no trump. I'm a little bit worried that partner might think we don't have 4 spades for this bid, because we could raise to either 2 or 3 spades. I think the field will probably bid 3 spades at this point. But I like a no trump. It describes our hand at least, so partner knows our high card count. It says 16 to 21. I mean, I'm not really sure what the range should be. That feels much too wide to me to be the real range, but having a well-defined range, I mean, it's just like a little bit better than double and bidding, or then balancing a no trump is going to be whatever the range is, but a little bit worse than double and bidding 2 no, or double and Q bidding and then bidding no trump. So let's just bid a no trump. Hopefully partner can re-ask if they have 4 spades, like Stamen wise. Partner bids 2 no, invite to game, and now we have a bit of a decision to make. We're 4-3-3, but we do have a spade fit. I think there's a decent chance that East has no entry, So even if partner has a small doubleton heart or something and West gets off to the jack or 10 of hearts lead, we should still have 2 heart stoppers. We do have a decent number of aces. So for that reason, it might make sense to play no trump as opposed to a suit, because we'll be able to cash out all of our tricks once we have them set up, which means we'll probably be faster to the race to 9 than West will be to getting their heart suit set up. Like, if we had the king, queen of diamonds instead of the ace, I would be a lot more tempted to look for 4 spades, I think. What do they think 3 spades shows? I'm just curious. 4 spades, 16 or more high card points. I'm a little worried that it might not be forcing. Also, partners 2-0 showed 6 to 8. I mean, we only have 17. We could decide to just let this go. I think that feels a little bit wimpy, though. 3-0 shows 19 to 21. I mean, that's not what we have. But it's just very confusing. Like, 8 high card points wants to game force opposite this no trump bid. So I don't really understand the description. I mean, I understand invitational to 3 no trump. If that was the end of the description, then maybe I would feel a little bit more comfortable just letting this go, or possibly betting 3 spades to try and correct. But I think I'm going to bid 3-0 based on what they say for the high card range. Give it a shot. So we get a heart lead. Okay, well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but how are we going to do on this one? It looks like we'll take the same tricks in no trump as in spades, at least some of the time. The heart lead, while not all that productive for the opposition, has in fact begun to set up some tricks. They're going to be pretty slow about it, but it will happen eventually. So I guess if East has the 3rd spade, we can keep West out of hearts. So we can take 3 hearts, 2 spades, 2 clubs, and a diamond as 8. That's not ideal. That's really not what we wanted to hear. That was not the right number. I'm a little bit hopeful, because I think both of the diamond honors are pretty likely to be offside, with West being the opening bidder. Now, with that said, it might be possible to end play West. Like, West will lead a heart, presumably. You can win and go ace and a spade. The opponents can pull trumps. I mean, if East ever gets in and pushes a diamond through, then that will kind of kill the chances for declare to end play West. But if you're able to strip the hearts and clubs and run the jack of diamonds, then West will be unplayed, assuming spades even split. Anyway, I think step 1 is going to be to win the heart lead and lead the king of clubs. We really want to knock out the club ace. The opponents will be able to set up a 4th round of clubs if they duck a couple rounds, but I think it's going to be hard for West to duck when we lead the king of clubs out of hand. So let's start there. I'm going to win the 9 of hearts to make it as unappealing as possible for West to continue the suit, even though I don't really see what else they're going to do on the play. So hopefully West just takes the ace here. They do. It's pretty difficult to duck that trick. West does continue hearts. All right. Let's win the queen, I guess, and go ace of spades, spade. So East does have the jack of spades. There's no reason West would play the king of spades there if they had king jack third, meaning that we can just win the ace of hearts and knock out the last spade. We're going to lose a diamond in the end, or 2 diamonds in the end, but that's okay. This is the best we got. So we're going to get out for down 1, which is not terrible. We'll just win the ace of diamonds and cash out. They can have the last two tricks for down one. And both the king, queen of diamonds were offside. So I'm hoping that 4 spades goes down 2. I'm hoping 3 spades goes down 1. I think this might actually be a good result, although generally at match points going minus tends to work out pretty poorly, especially in a weak field, but you never really know. I have noticed that some of the players in the field don't really either pay attention to the bidding descriptions of the calls or just don't really have a good understanding of what bids should mean in certain places. So I do think that some of the field is just going to balance a no trump and play it there and go plus. But hopefully we gain a little bit against the pairs that get to a spade contract. Pass, pass. We got 13 here. I don't think I'm going to open an off-shape 1 no trump that is also light and high card points. I don't recall if I've done it in the past, but, you know, maybe 4x1 hand types or 5-4-3-1s that don't have such concentrated honors in the 2 suits would be a little bit more appealing for a no trump. Here, I think I'm just going to open a club and bid spades like the field. Club, a diamond overcall, partner bids a heart. Our hand has gotten a lot worse, but we'll bid a spade. Partner invites with 2 no. I am going to accept. You know, now that partners bid no trump, our 3 small diamonds don't look as bad. The singleton heart isn't great, but we have a 5-card club suit, and once again, we have quick tricks on the side. Partner's a passed hand. It is a little bit risky to try and bid the game, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm hoping we get a diamond lead. I mean, it's very possible East just leads a heart, and that's a disaster for us, but let's try this. Oh. Okay. Well, I assume West plays low at trick 1. Okay, they don't. But they probably have the heart ace. Okay, well, king of diamonds, ace of diamonds, and a 3rd diamond. East pitches a discouraging heart. So we gotta pick up the clubs. We have 13. So it is barely possible that West has the ace of hearts, ace king of diamonds, and queen of clubs from a high card point perspective because it's best hand format. But I think that's pretty unlikely because there are 2 missing jacks as well. So if West has either of the jacks in the major suits, then they can't have the club queen. So percentage-wise, they really shouldn't have the queen of clubs. And for that reason, I think I'm going to lead the jack of clubs immediately for a finesse. This way we can pick up queen 9/4 in East's hand. If we cash the king of clubs, we technically haven't cost ourselves anything, but we don't have the entries anymore to pick up queen 9/4. We'll go king of clubs, jack of clubs, East will cover, West shows out, and then we have no way back to the north hand. So I think we want to lead the jack of clubs immediately. Picking off that 4-1 split. We only lose if either East or West has a singleton queen of clubs by doing so. And it seems a lot more likely that West has one of the 4 small club cards, the 9 or one of the lower ones. I mean, the 9 we break even. We can pick up stiff 9 in West by cashing the king first. But I think this is the plan. I'm going to be pretty disappointed when East turns up with both major suit jacks, but this seems to be the play. There it is. Jack of clubs holds. Let's lead a spade to the ace now to try and get a count in the spade suit. The robots are probably going to give us honest count in spades. 2, 8, ace 3. King of spades, 6. East is high load. Let's play club to the king. Let's lead a spade. Ah, East plays the jack. All right, they can have the last trick with the ace of hearts. 630. East did have both of the major suit jacks, but we still picked off the club. It was percentage for a couple of reasons to play the clubs that way. So was that a good result? I'm not sure. I think the field is going to have a pretty similar auction to us, and then they're going to be at the crossroads over 2-no trump as well. Some of them might just decide to reject because partner's a passed hand. I thought the 5-card club suit was a bit too good, and we get lucky this time. Board 6, we have 14 here. Again, I mean, we could open a no trump. This hand, once again, just doesn't feel very no trumpy to me. The excellent 5-card spade suit and small singleton club. I think I'm just going to bet a spade. We'll go with the field on this one as well. What? Okay, I have a couple of guesses as to what might have happened from East's perspective, but this is not an auction you see every day. Partner's game force with 2 hearts. My first guess, I think East has spades, and that would make a lot of sense based on the auction as well. Partner hasn't supported spades. I mean, they could have spade support, but I think it's pretty likely partner has a singleton. East could be 7-4 or something like that in clubs and spades. And this is why they didn't preempt in first seat, because they were afraid of missing a spade fit. But now they've decided to preempt over 2 hearts because they have a heart void or heart shortness of some kind. Either way, I think we just bid 4 hearts. If this was not a best hand format, I would be a lot more concerned about bidding 4 hearts because we have an excellent hand in terms of controls. 2 key cards, the trump queen and the opponent's suit, second round control, as well as the king of spades, which would be a nice card, despite what I think is shortness in partner's hand. But given that partner's limited to 14 high card points, I think our chances of slam are a little bit remote, especially given what we expect to be very bad splits in the red suits, with West possibly having 5 hearts over here. So we'll just bid 4 hearts. Okay, now we have decisions to make. I mean, let's think about partner's hand types, because partner could actually have a lot of hearts. There's no guarantee that partner only has 5 hearts, and in fact, I think there's a pretty reasonable chance they have 6 or even 7 once they cubed 5 clubs like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think I'm stopping short of slam anymore. So the question is just, can we get to a grand slam if partner has the right hand? What do they need? Well, let's give them a singleton spade. 7 hearts. Ace doubleton of clubs. So that would give him 3 diamonds to the king. We would just be cold for a grand. Ace, king of hearts, ace of clubs, king of diamonds. That would be 14. I mean, that's like an absolute maximum. If they had the diamond queen, and East leads a spade, let's say, we might be able to make it if spades are 4-3. No, I think 7 hearts is going down on that layout most of the time. I mean, for one thing, East will probably lead a diamond or club. A diamond would be the worst. But hearts 3-0, I think, throws a wrench in our plans. Maybe not. Maybe a club lead. We go win the ace, ace of spades, spade ruff, club ruff, spade ruff, pull trumps, and then diamond to the ace to cash the last 2 spades, pitching diamonds. So I guess if partner's 1-7-3-2 with ace king of hearts, ace of clubs, we have 13 tricks. Assuming I'm right that East didn't preempt because they have spade length, which seems pretty likely to me. What if partner only has 6 hearts? I mean, again, I haven't committed to bidding 7 hearts over 5 clubs. I'm probably going to bid 5 diamonds. I'm just thinking about hand types that partner can hold right now, because 5 clubs is a big bid, right? Partner doesn't know we have such a massive hand. All we've showed is heart support, and I think even a doubleton heart is possible on hands like this. Like, we wouldn't necessarily just pass 4 clubs because we have ace doubleton of hearts and short clubs. I think 4 hearts is very normal, or somewhat natural, and that sort of... Then again, 4 clubs is such a weird bid that maybe overanalyzing what we would do with a doubleton heart is not good. But all right, what if partner is 2-6, 3-2, ace king of hearts, ace of clubs? I mean, once again, the king of diamonds appears to give us a pretty easy 13 tricks, as long as spades are 4-2. If partner doesn't have the diamond king, I guess we need spades 3-3, and that actually seems pretty unlikely. I think East is the one with 4 spades. I think East almost certainly has 4 spades. I feel pretty strongly that East's only shapes for this type of auction are 4-0-2-7, 4-1-1-7, or 4-2-0-7. I think that's almost entirely going to be East's hand. Then again, sometimes the robots just do weird things for no reason, and maybe East is like 3-1-1-8 and whatever. But I think that's pretty likely. Anyway, without the diamond king, our chances go down when partner only has 6 hearts. Let's bid 5 diamonds and see what partner does. Partner's going to sign off. I'm going to bid 5 spades. I don't know why 6 hearts says no ace of spades. I showed the ace of spades, right? I was hoping for a diamond cubid. I think the field is going to get to this point. So I don't think we've necessarily won against the field yet on this hand. We might be able to win in the play. Like, I do think there's a decent chance that a sizable chunk of the field is going to bid 6 hearts and just pull trumps and make 12 tricks, when they could instead have set up spades. What are some... Can I construct a really bad hand for partner that I just have no play? Because even when partner is 2-6, 3-2, spades 3-3, and we can still make it. I guess not if hearts are 3-1 and they lead a diamond. We don't have an entry to the long spades if we rough a club. Okay. We'll just let 6 hearts go, I suppose. Not too happy with this. Well, I mean, sure. I have no idea what partner's doing. But at least we didn't get too high off the ace of trumps. Oh boy. Okay, we get the 9 of diamonds lead. I think that's good news. This means that if hearts are 5-0, we still have a chance to make it. So let's win the king of diamonds and lead a heart to the queen. If East shows out, then presumably we have the entries and diamonds and spades to take heart finesses, and we can use the long spade to, or the second spade winner to pitch a club. Man, getting to slam on this hand is crazy to me. All right, we'll win the king, heart to the queen. East follows, so I assume East is 7-1-1-4. Yeah, a club comes back. West doesn't even give their partner a rough. So let's just be as careful as possible. Win the club ace. Don't rough a club. If I needed to, I would probably take a heart finesse, but I don't think I need to. I can cash the king of hearts and then cross to the spade ace to take a heart finesse. Oh, East even follows. Wow, wait a second. Were they getting a diamond ruff? They were! East had 3 heart. East just forgot to preempt 3 clubs in first seat. That's what happened. They have just like a completely normal 3 club open. It's not even like that they're worried about playing in hearts. They aren't. They have 3 small. There's no reason to avoid opening. Okay, well, that's an insane hand. Man, West didn't even give their partner a diamond ruff. That's crazy to me. Partner cubed 5 clubs. They knew a club wasn't cashing. Why did they think their partner let a diamond to trick one? Whew. Well, finally a good result, although I gotta tell you, I think the field is going to do the same thing. And because hearts weren't 4-1 and there wasn't any difficulty in the play, they'll probably get the same defense and make it once again. Okay, on to board 7. We have a nice, what is this, 17 count here? Way too good for a no trump, even despite the 6-card spade suit. So what do we want to actually open? I mean, a spade is pretty normal, but if we open a spade, what's our plan? A spade, a no trump, 3 spades, I think is kind of the down the middle action. If I wanted to treat this hand as balanced, it doesn't seem terrible. We have 2 doubleton aces. Queen of diamonds could be important to protect. Our spade suit's pretty good in that if partner has queen doubleton, we're likely to just run the suit. Partner's jack doubleton, we have a decent chance. And even if partner has small doubleton or singleton, we should be able to play it for 1 loser some portion of the time. So it's somewhat tempting to just open this 2-0. I think this is a reasonable swinging action that has a lot going for it. Once again, the fact that we have 6 spades makes it a little bit better to bid no trump against the robots because they're not going to expect us to have a 6-card spade suit, and they frequently try and attack suits that they think declare short in, as opposed to, leading their own long suit. So I think there's a decent chance West might get off to like a doubleton spade lead against 3-0, and that would be really good for us. And I think the power of the hand is probably pretty close to a 2-no trump opener. Like the auction of spade and no trump, 2-no trump, I don't think it does this hand justice. This has way too much trick-taking power with the good 6-card spade suit and 2 aces on the outside. I mean, queen of diamonds be damned. That card is pretty useless, but at least it's there. It can maybe fill in some intermediate diamond cards from partner's hand. So let's try 2-no. Okay. Yep. We could pass. I'll bid 3-no. Okay. Actually, this is really good. I was getting a little bit annoyed because partner just makes all of these minor suit bids on nothing. But now we have an amazing hand when partner has good diamonds. Granted, because we only have 17 high card points, partner's playing us for 20 to 21. And while our hand is amazing for slam, I think we're still kind of maximum in our range, and I'm very happy to go investigating. Partner might have a bunch of random cards on the outside, like the queen of spades, the king, queen of hearts, the king of clubs, which are useful cards, but they could easily have like jack 10 fifth of diamonds, just expecting that with 20 high card points missing, there's a pretty good chance, or with, so few high card points missing, out of our 20, we might have, the king, queen of diamonds instead of just the queen. That would only get us up to 19 anyway of our... No, that would get us up to 20, the full 20. But so if partner has a bunch of these jacks and queens that we aren't holding, that might be more typical for a 2-no opener, then partner might be expecting us to have a hand that looks like this, but with more controls. Either way, I do wonder how this auction will go at other tables, because if partner doesn't have a 2/1 bid, they might just end up in 3 no trump, and it looks to me like 6 diamonds is going to have decent play. But we'll see. I have to come up with a bid over 4 diamonds. Let me look at what they think my bids mean. I'm guessing everything's basically a Q bid. For no trump is just a reject. Okay. I think that's a good thing to have in your arsenal, but if we don't have a way to bid key card, then the hand becomes a little bit problematic. I think we should play this in diamonds and not no trump. I'm definitely worried that partner could have a spade singleton or void. I think a void is somewhat likely. It's a little bit concerning because I think East is somewhat likely to lead a heart at trick 1 through our ace doubleton, which could be bad news for us. Although maybe East is equally likely to lead a spade, which would be helpful. I guess I could just bid 6 diamonds. I think I'm going to bid 6 diamonds one way or another. And I kind of feel like if partner has the right hand, partner will bid 7 if we bid 6. I don't think that going through this awkward Q-bidding sequence is going to be effective for this partner. I feel like if we bid 4 hearts, because partner has no controls, they're just going to bid 5 diamonds, and then we'll raise to 6. Let's just bid 6 directly. Come on, not Jack 10 fifth. Okay. That is amazing. Thank you, partner. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a huge result, because it does look like 7 diamonds has pretty good play. 3-1 trumps and 3-2 spades, and we're in business. But I think the field is going to have a really hard time getting to 6 diamonds. I think the field is going to play 4 spades on this. I think the field's going to have difficulty getting to a slam on this hand, is what I mean. Like, if the auction starts a spade and no trump, even if South rebids 4 spades, which I think is a bad bid, I don't think North is going to move over that. North has a good hand, but they only have 8 high card points, and they have no idea that the diamonds are working so well. So yeah, I'm really excited about where we landed. You know, once I saw the 4 diamond bid from partner, I was pretty happy. But it does look like 7 diamonds is going to make a lot of the time. Let's try and be careful and practical about this, because there might not be a ton of difference between 1370 and 1390, whereas there's going to be a huge difference between 1370 and minus 100. So we might want to try and play this hand pretending as if it's imps, and just be as safe as possible for 12 tricks. Let me see if I can figure out how to manage that. So what problems can we hope to avoid? I mean, 4-0 diamonds is one of the problems we can hope to avoid. So if West has 4-0 diamonds, we can start out by cashing the queen. And then we'll be able to pick up the suit by leading twice towards the ace-king-9. So that's not a difficult one to avoid. If East has 4 diamonds, we'll need to avoid any outside losers, but that looks very possible, as long as the spades break. We could play a diamond to the queen, West will show out. We can pull 2 more trumps, and then go ace-king of spades, spade ruff, and as long as the spades are 3-2, we'll have set up 3 spade discards. We can then just exit a diamond to East, stripping out their trump, ruff the heart return with our last trump, club to the ace, run the spades. So if diamonds are 4-0, we can make as long as spades are 3-2. The other problem is that spades could be 4-1. And what can we do about that? Because, like, we could try and run the 9 of spades, which I guess would pick up queen jack fourth and east hand. So maybe that's not that unreasonable. Like, if diamonds happen to split, diamond to the queen, run the 9 of spades. Obviously, if east covers, we can then just pull trumps and play a spade to the 10. Well, win the ace, pull trumps, play a spade to the 10. It's bad if east has a singleton spade on her, but that seems a bit unlikely. They probably would have led a singleton spade as opposed to the 10 of hearts. So I think east more than west is likely to hold 4 spades on this hand. But if we run the 9 of spades and west wins the singleton honor, then we're just going to play the ace king of spades next, and if they've knocked out the club ace at that point, we're in bad shape. All right. There is still the concern that, like, if we run a spade and the 9 of spades into west and west wins and spades just turn out to be 3-2, we have given up an overtrick. But again, I don't think the field is getting here. So I think just going plus is going to give us a pretty good result. If diamonds happen to be 2-2, I can be a bit more careful, right? As long as I preserve the 2 or 5 of diamonds to get back to dummy. All right, let's win the ace of hearts. West encourages with the 8. Let's cash the queen of diamonds, preparing for a 4-0 split. And let's play a diamond to the ace. Okay, diamond split. Now I'm not really concerned anymore. We could try and pick up queen jack fourth of spades in east's hand. I guess I'm going to lead the 9. I may as well. East doesn't cover, but now we can just go ace king of spades, even if west shows out on the second round. Ruff a spade with the king 9 or 8 of diamonds. Diamond to the 6, ruff a spade. Cross to the ace of clubs, pitch 2 clubs, and we'll lose a trick in the end. But that seems all right to me. Spades have split, so we have all the tricks. Yeah, we'll have to see how that scores. I think it's going to be really good, but is it going to be a top? Is anyone going to reach 7 diamonds? Not sure. Is anyone going to reach 6 spades? I mean, we could lose to players who are in 6 spades making 6. I guess it's possible. I don't think it's likely. I just don't see North really moving no matter what South does. All right, on to board 8. A spade pass. We have 17. I guess there are a couple of options. We could balance with 4 hearts, which shouldn't really be preemptive. Should show a pretty decent hand with some good hearts, which is basically what we have. We could balance with 3 hearts. Once again, shouldn't be preemptive, but not forcing, so that if partner really has garbage over there, then we can safely stay at the 3 level. We could balance with double. I don't really see what advantage that has, because we'll just be bidding hearts next, and I don't expect with all the strength that we hold that partner's going to sit for a reopening double. But it is possible. We do have a singleton spade, so if we double and partner passes, I think I'm happy. It's not so clear. We might still make 4 hearts and the opponents could get out for down 1. I think the practical choice is 3 hearts. I think the field is going to bid 4 hearts. And this kind of feels like a hand where the bidding rather than the play is going to be more important. Because if partner has a heart void or a heart singleton, we're pretty likely to lose 2 heart tricks, and then somehow we need to hold our minor suit losers to 1. Very possible, but hopefully if partner has that sort of hand, like queen, jack of diamonds, king of clubs, They probably won't bump three hearts to four, but we can hope. And obviously, if partner has a heart fit, they'll raise three hearts to four a decent amount of the time. West might also lead a club away from the king. Sometimes they might lead the ace of diamonds because the robots like leading unsupported aces. It's very close, I think, between three and four hearts. Three hearts does seem like the more prudent choice. So that's why I'm tempted to try that out. I don't know. They say three hearts, balancing jump over call, strong rebiddable hearts, 13 or more total points. We have a lot more than that. The four heart description showed 15 to 18, which is very confusing to me because the difference between 13 or more and 15 to 18 is like very minimal. This is a much easier hand at imps. You would just bid four hearts and move on. Like, the difference between down one and down two is not a big deal, especially when the opponents are pretty unlikely to double. But at match points, the difference between minus 50 and minus 100 is obviously a full match point. So if partner really has a terrible hand, we do want to go as low as possible, and three hearts gives them an out. I don't think partner's always going to make the right judgment call over three hearts, but I'm still pretty tempted to try it. I guess one of the things that double has going for it is that we could double and see what partner does, and that would give us a little bit more information as to how strong partner's hand is. Like, if we double and West bids two spades and our partner makes a free bid of three clubs, now we can probably bid four hearts with confidence. Or if we double and our partner just bids two clubs over our takeout double, now we might just bid two hearts as a sign-off. Certainly the direct three heart or four heart bid is more sensible from a bridge perspective, but I'm going to try three hearts. I think this is kind of a down the middle action. Again, it feels very close. Passes out. But I don't understand. I really don't understand. Partner has just like, I mean, ace, queen, third of hearts, even without the diamond queen, would be enough to accept. And then, you know, even with that hand, we would still probably go down unless we picked off ace doubleton of diamonds on our left. Well, I guess that's not true. We could hook east for one of the diamond honors. But, I mean, wow. I didn't realize partner was going to be misjudging this badly. Like, passing with three good trumps and an 8 count, no wasted spade cards. Yeah, this is insane. Okay, well, after back-to-back slams, we have done the wrong thing on this one, I suppose. Trump lead, so our main objective here is just going to be to try and pick up the diamond suit for as many tricks as possible. Not a ton of match points in getting this guess correct, but I think we'll just end up playing east for the jack. Let's see if we can pull 2 rounds of trumps. Looks like we can. So let's pull the second round with the king and then lead a diamond up to the queen and a diamond to the 10. Not going to dwell too much on this hand. Well, West started with a singleton heart. Maybe West is more likely to have the diamond jack than East. West could be 6-1, 3-3. I guess then it's 50-50 because West has the diamond ace. West didn't lead a spade, so East has a spade honor. Oh, East also didn't respond to their partner's opening bid. Huh. Okay, okay. Let's lead the 10 of diamonds. I think there's some chance West hops up with the ace from ace jack third. And if West doesn't play the ace, we'll think for a second. Okay, well, that makes things easy. They can have one trick. We just made 230. Wonderful. Okay, sorry, Pard. Next time I'll bid 4 hearts. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, 3 hearts shows a huge hand. Not necessarily this good, but ace, queen, third of hearts. I mean, what do they think we have? Okay. On to the next one. Pass, pass. We have a monster here. So the normal thing to do is to open a club. And we're going to do that. I know that there are a ton of people who just open 2 clubs with this hand and hope that it works out later. But one of the the huge problem with opening 2 clubs on these hands is that you can never really show your hand. Like, yeah, if your partner has aces and you force to slam, you can open 2 clubs and finally describe that you have a strong hand, clubs, and spades, and maybe you'll get to the right suit at the end. But there's essentially no risk to opening a club, at least in terms of modern bidding, generally. And even in terms of old school style bidding, where people are going to be much more conservative about opening or about responding to opening bids as well as overcalls, you only have 19. If the other 21 high card points are evenly distributed around the table, for one thing, your partner has 7 and they'll respond. And if partner doesn't have those, one of the opponents is going to do something with all their distribution. The fact that you have so much distribution makes it so much more likely that someone's going to bid something later, and then you can continue showing your hand. I think one of the arguments that people make about why they want to open 2 clubs with these hands is that partner's never going to play you for such a good hand. But if you and your partner have a mutual understanding that these are just not 2 club opening hands, then of course your partner's going to play you for such a good hand. You'll bid a club, you'll make a forcing bid next, you'll make another forcing bid. You'll open a club, you'll jump shift 2 spades, you'll then bid 4 spades, and your partner's going to work out that you have clubs and spades and a hand that could have opened 2 clubs, but just had too much shape. So by that point, you'll be at the 4 level. And if partner doesn't have the missing aces, you can play at the 4 level. And if partner does have the missing aces, then partner will take action. Anyway, let's open a club. Partner bids a heart. We're going to jump shift to 2 spades. Game forcing. Partner bids 3 no trump. Showing 8 to 11. What is 4 now, by the way? Quantitative, yeah. Is 4 clubs forcing? It says forcing. I've been led astray by the forcing description before. I am tempted to go looking for a grand. I think there's a decent chance we can get partner to Q-bid the spade ace. What's 5 diamonds? Strong rebiddable diamonds. Okay, let's not hover over that bid any longer. I think there are a couple of interesting options here. One, we could just bid 6 clubs. A big problem with that bid, though, is that partner probably has a diamond card for their 3 no bid. And so partner might have ace, queen of diamonds, queen, jack of hearts, and we're just off 2 aces. I'm also a little bit nervous that 6 spades is going to be the winning contract. Because partner does have a doubleton for 3 now, pretty likely. I'm a little bit nervous about bidding four spades because I think that's going to get passed a bit too often, and we are going to be making a slam pretty frequently. Man, I really wish I had the 10 of spades. Then I would feel a lot better about just jamming 6 spades. Although we could easily be going down in that contract, like if spades are 4-2 and partner doesn't have the diamond ace or king. Tricky spot. I mean, if four spades was forcing, but four spades would never be forcing here. It would just show our 6-5. Again, if we bid four spades, I guess I'm a little bit nervous that partner would play us for a similar hand without the heart king, because that's kind of what we'd be showing. Like if we were a weaker 6-5, we would just started with one spade. So by jump shifting to 2 spades, we show a lot of points, but you know, any one of these hands that's just not a 2 club opener would go through this sort of auction. Things do get a little bit awkward here. I mean, it's really bad if partner has 3 spades, because then 6 spades would definitely be the place to play. Although there's some chance the opponents might get a club ruff in spades. So our choices are, we could start with 4 clubs. Hopefully partner bids. I think they will. Partner probably has an ace somewhere. If partner Q-bids the diamond ace, we're not too happy, but we'll figure out what to do if they do that. But if partner Q-bids hearts or spades, we have some thinking to do. I mean, if partner Q-bids the spade ace, that means they don't have the heart ace, but it also means that 6 spades could be the place to play, and then we're going to have to maybe do some math or maybe think a little bit harder. Let's bid 4 clubs. Four clubs, 4 hearts, 4 no trump. Should be key card in clubs, and then we'll know partner doesn't have the diamond ace, so we'll find out if they have both aces. That's our best chance of getting to a grand. Okay, let's do that. Please don't pass. Huh. Now I'm tempted to pass this. Partner appears to have diamonds very well stopped. I don't know. Should I really read that much into partner's decision? Because 4 no trump should be like an absolute slam reject, and 4 clubs should show a serious slam try. If partner's not willing to cooperate by Q-bidding something, I mean, it honestly sounds like partner has a hand that's like king, queen of diamonds, queen, jack of hearts, and out. So while we could make 5 clubs, we're probably making 430 and 4 no trump. I mean, we have a little bit of difficulty in the spade suit and transportation, but they'll probably lead a diamond. We pitch a spade, and then what? Are they really going to play back a club to deny us communication between the hands? Seems unlikely. I mean, I'm once again going to be very disappointed when partner just tables like ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, and just felt like they wanted to play in no trump as opposed to clubs. I mean, I've showed a very distributional hand. Like, partner should be worried about spades though, right? Partner's got like a small doubleton spade over there. I don't know about all this. I guess partner could be like 2-4-5-2. But wouldn't they just bump 4 clubs to 5 if they had a terrible hand? Yeah, something feels off. I can't really tell what it is. I think I am going to pass 4 now. Is this really so crazy? I don't think so. I have a lot of aces to knock out if partner doesn't have either of the major suit aces. Maybe this is just a bad choice, but like, let's say partner has ace queen of diamonds. They lead a diamond into the queen. We pitch a spade. We lead a spade to the king. They play another diamond. We pitch a heart. And then try and run as many black suit tricks as we can. I don't know. This is a mess. I still have no idea where the field's going to get. I think the field opens 2 clubs, and their auction's going to look a lot different. It's going to start 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and then question mark. I think some of the field will rebid 2 spades, some will bid 3 clubs. And then we just have no idea where they're going to end up. They'll probably end up in 3 no trump. They'll probably end up in 5 clubs. But they'll be in a similar... Well, they'll have a decision to make when partner bids 3 no after they've showed clubs and spades. And I think what's going to happen is they're just going to play in 5 clubs. All right, let's pass. I mean, I've said that, like, I don't have diamonds and I want to play in club slam. And, all right, let's... Diamond lead, spade lead. Partner has nothing. I don't know why partner didn't cubid 4 diamonds. They have an ace. Well, the spade lead is good and helpful. We also didn't play in spades in a 5-2 fit, which is good. We have, and it looks like no trump is going to take a ton of tricks, so that's also good. All right, diamond comes through. I guess we just win the ace here. Hope that spades split. Should I try the jack? That's no good, right? If spades split, we just have all but one more trick. Okay. There's no way to swindle them. They've seen me show out of diamonds, so I will just claim they get 1 trick in the end. 460. I guess that feels like a pretty good result. Ooh, wait a second. 5 clubs is down. Not that it matters, but hearts being 5-1, they can go heart to the ace, heart ruff. Depending on whether the robots get the defense correct. I mean, it might go heart to the ace and South should dump the king on this trick, and then we'll see what East does from there. They should probably return a heart, but they might not. Okay, well that feels like a good result after a bad one on board 8. Board 10. East opens a club. We got 15. Got a ton of club values. Generally, I don't like overcalling a no trump with 15, but sometimes you have to do it. This does seem like one of those hands. I mean, I think like good 15 count, or like 15 count that has gotten better from the opening bid, kind of qualifies, and so that's where this hand sits a little bit. 2 clubs, pass. Well, double is not penalty, so I think we have to let this one go. Yeah, no real other option on this. What do we lead? We have a problem with opening lead. I mean, it could be right to lead a trump. The problem is just which trump. I guess a low club is probably better than a high one. East is more likely to have the king of clubs than the jack, given that they're the opening bidder. We can try and pull a page out of the robot book by leading queen 10 doubleton of hearts. Obviously a diamond's out, so I think it's between the black suits on opening lead. I mean, a big problem with a club lead is if clubs are 4x1 around the table, partner never gets in. I would really like to be able to pull trumps on this hand. West also might have 5 clubs. Clubs might be 5, 4, 3, 1 around. I mean, they might play me for queen doubleton of hearts. So leading it wouldn't necessarily blow a trick, but there are obviously layouts where leading from queen 10 doubleton, especially with the 10, does give up a trick immediately. I guess I'm going to pass and lead a low club. I mean, if clubs are 4, 4, 3, 2 around, that's going to be a huge win. Declare a holding king jack third, that would be great. I mean, West probably has a club honor, right? Like, why else would they bid 2 clubs? I don't know. Maybe I should just pass and lead the heart queen and plan to take all 3 club tricks that I presumably have, as well as maybe a diamond and a spade for minus 90. Like, if I lead a club and it works out really poorly, maybe the robots end up scoring 110. Like, East wins the opening club lead and West still has a club trick and I only get 2 clubs and they pick off my queen doubleton of hearts and then I only get a trick in each pointed suit, if that. But I would have to find a different lead. I mean, I guess a spade is not terrible. It could give up a trick, but maybe I was always losing that trick. I think we do pass. I mean, I'm a little disappointed that partner didn't do something over 2 clubs because it looks like they're pretty short. But maybe the reason is that partner actually has a doubleton. Well, if we balance 2 diamonds, you know, partner could have doubled for Stamen if they had both majors, so maybe partner has diamonds over there. That would be a funny decision. It could be the winning one. I'm going to pass, though. Like, if I lead a spade, they're just going to start cross-roughing. Okay, I've thought a little bit more. I'm going to lead the queen of hearts. I'm a little worried about West turning up with a doubleton spade and a spade lead, just allowing them to go queen of spades, ace of spades, spade ruff. You know, whatever, spade ruff high and partner can't over ruff. And that seems terrible. A club lead, I'm a little bit worried about it just blowing a club trick. And because I have such weak spades, I'm a bit nervous about them actually just being able to pull trumps from there and then set up the spade suit. So maybe the queen of hearts actually has something going for it. If partner happens to have hearts. No, this is terrible. Declare might have like ace jack fourth. Okay, I'm back and forth between spades and clubs. Yeah, the Queen of Hearts is just bad. Like, just don't lead Queen Doubleton. It's no good. All right, let's lead a spade. 3, 2, 10 ace. Looks good. And now they play a heart? Okay. 4 of hearts. Partner wins the jack. Plays a club. Yeah. 5 of clubs. The 3 is missing. So partner has the queen of spades. Force out the king of clubs. Partner didn't win the queen of spades. All right. We'll win the king. We'll cash a high club. Let's see if partner shows out. They don't. Okay, we can pull trumps. And we can cash the queen of spades. So I guess let's do that. Partner has the 4th spade. This is good. Now a diamond. Ace of hearts, pard. That was not the play. That was really not the play. But looks like we get the king of diamonds at the end. Plus 400. Wow. Man, partner really missed the ball on this one. I think partner should definitely double 2 clubs. Stamen. We would pass. With such a good hand, given that partner wants to compete. Wow. But at least we picked the right opening lead. A club lead would have allowed them to get out for, you know, not such a bad result. Partner cashing the ace of hearts was a little bit disappointing at the end, but I guess we did okay. Plus 400. On to board 11. We have a 1 spade opener. Looks pretty normal. 2 heart overcall. Partner makes a negative double. Yeah. I'm always tempted to just like pass these things out. The opponents make all these terrible 2-level overcalls. I think there's too good of a chance that we have a game though. So how do I want to bid? We have an awkward bid as well, which is a bit of a problem. I mean, 3 spades is kind of overstating our values. We have like an 11 count. Diamond void. It's pretty good 11, but it's not really what we're hoping for. 2 spades does feel a bit timid. Like, we're probably not making a game if I bid 2 spades or getting to game, unless partner really has extras. We could bid 3 clubs, which would, apparently show 3 or more clubs. What do they think 3 spades shows? Forcing! Question mark. We've seen the forcing bids before. I mean, it saved us on board 9, but it's always a little bit scary. I guess I'm just going to bid 2 spades. My hand has gotten a lot better, I think, since the start of the auction, despite partner showing diamonds and our left-hand opponent overcalling our queen third. Like, the fact that partner has a club fit is huge. We don't really need a spade fit. Ace, king, 10, 9, 6th. We would, of course, prefer heart void and queen third of diamonds, but having a 4-card club fit over here with our king, jack, 4th, partner's very likely to have the ace or queen. We should be able to pick up the club suit for at most 1 loser and sometimes 0 losers. So that's the only reason I'm tempted by a 3 spade bid. I'm just going to bid 2 spades, though. Passes out. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we've missed a game. If I had bid 3 spades, partner would have raised to 4. It's a little bit disappointing. Partner could have had these values in diamonds, though, and that would have been a lot worse. But singleton, queen of spades, huge card. Ace and queen of clubs, good cards. Jack of hearts, honestly, not bad either, because East is going to rough with what might be a natural trump trick. I'll dump the queen, seeing if they switch. They don't. They didn't believe me. So they are going to get the heart ruff, and now we hope that there's no club ruff. King of diamonds. Spade to the queen, and I think we ruff a diamond. If spades happen to be 5-1, I'll pause and think for a second. I mean, we will need to ruff a diamond at some point. I guess we should do it now. Oh. Well, look at that. That's really good news. Because West has a trump trick. So we only make 3. They had a club ruff coming. I was thinking about returning to hand with a club to the king rather than a diamond ruff, which would have worked out equally well because West would have ruffed with their natural. But I guess it's good that we stayed low. We don't make 3 no trump. They can run diamonds, of course. And yeah, it doesn't look like we make much. The heart ruff really prevents everything when West has jack fourth of spades. So we might have gotten lucky on this one, but I guess we'll see. I think a lot of the field is just going to rebid 2 spades, counting up their high card points to 13, not realizing that our hand really has a ton of offensive potential. Halfway mark. We open a spade. In front of us, we have pretty normal 2 diamond overcall. We could overcall a no trump. I don't think that the no trump overcall on ace doubleton of spades is particularly good. If the queen of diamonds was the king, there would be a lot more going for it. We could maybe hold up a round of spades, cross to partner's hand, and play a diamond to the 10, trying to keep East off lead. And I guess we can kind of do that with this hand, diamond to the queen. But still, if East has king third of diamonds, they would get in on the 3rd round. Either way, I don't think our suit has enough potential to run opposite random doubleton holdings in partner's hand. Partner could have king doubleton, but we should be able to get to no trump anyway after a 2 diamond overcall. Or we could get to 2 diamonds. Okay. Jack of spades lead. Well, I'll play low at trick 1 from dummy. I assume East doesn't overtake. I think we should duck. Spades could be 6-1, but East might have balanced with 2 spades. It is a little bit scary because East is very likely to hold the heart ace, so if the jack of spades holds, heart to the ace, spade ruff, that's not good for us, although West might be ruffing with a natural if they started with jack third of spades, or of diamonds. I guess it doesn't help all that much to hold up. It really only helps in that if I win the ace of spades now and play a club to the ace and a diamond to the 10, right, which seems like a pretty natural way to play the diamond suit. If West wins, let's say the jack, West can go spade to the queen and then another spade comes back. And I can ruff with the 10 and go back in clubs and repeat the diamond finesse. I mean, I haven't even thought about hearts. We'll get there in a second. But I think that's one of the huge benefits to ducking trick 1 as well, is that if I duck and West continues spades, I win the ace, club to the ace, diamond to the 10, and West wins, West is probably not going to return clubs. They'll probably pick a red suit to return. Let's say they return diamonds. Now I can win and pull trumps and use the club entry to lead a heart towards the king. I guess instead of that, I could actually duck the opening lead, win the second round, cross in clubs, and lead a heart up immediately. This might be better. But either way, it looks pretty attractive to duck the opening lead. So let's do that. West does continue spades, which is good. Oh, East is so silly. They put up the queen. They're like, well, we can't let the 8 of spades win in case partner led the jack from ace jack third. Incredible. Okay, we have to decide if we're going to cross in clubs and play a diamond to the 10 or cross in clubs and play a heart up. And if we do play a heart up, do we play to the king or the jack? The diamond suit does allow us to play it out of hand, hoping for just one loser. We could try and pick off a jack doubleton. I don't think we can actually pick off king doubleton, because if East has king doubleton, even if we go ace of diamonds, duck a diamond, East can play a spade through, promoting the jack in West's hand. Hearts does offer us the possibility to lead towards the king and jack twice to lose just one heart trick. So we could lose a spade, 1 heart, and 2 diamonds. Or 1 diamond if there's a jack doubleton. And I guess if we want to do that, maybe we should go ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds now. Because if we play club to the ace and lead a heart, East might hop up and play a spade, and if West started with jack doubleton of diamonds, then West gets a ruff. West could easily be 2-5, 2-4 with jack doubleton of diamonds, jack doubleton of spades. I mean, we could also just take the 2 big finesses in the red suits, club to the ace, diamond to the queen, ace of diamonds, play East for the diamond king and the heart ace, eventually cross back to the club king and lead a heart to the king. A tricky position. I guess if we're trying to make 4, we should go ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds now. Hope for jack doubleton in West's hand, and then hope that East has the ace queen of hearts. I think I like this latter plan the best. The diamond to the queen, hope that East has the diamond king, and then heart to the king later. So let's try that. Yeah, despite the ace king of clubs, those are our only entries to dummy. We're running a bit short. We have way too many red finesses to take. All right, let's go. Club to the ace. Looks like the opponents, at least one of them, might be trying to high-low in the club suit. Maybe West from, like, honor, 4-2 doubleton. Or 4 cards. Let's try diamond to the queen. Ace of diamonds. Great. Let's play another diamond, and let's pitch a heart from dummy, I think. I kind of want to encourage them to lead hearts, so if I keep all of the clubs in dummy, they're going to think, well, Declare might be trying to run the club suit. And playing a spade is obviously good for me. That would set up a spade trick. Okay, East had king jack third of diamonds. We could have taken this finesse. So East wins the jack of diamonds and does switch to hearts. Yeah, but now we do have a big decision to make, right? Like, if I'd pitched a club at this point, I would be able to safely play the jack and then lead towards the king later. Huh. So East is turned up with king jack of diamonds. King, queen of spades is 9. The ace of hearts would bring them up to 13. But then they wouldn't be able to also hold, say, the club queen or the heart queen, because that would give them, I mean, for one thing, too many high card points, but also a no trump opener. So maybe we do stick in the jack here. Playing ace for the queen. I think I'm going to try that. Okay. Club does come back, so... And East did turn up with a club queen. So we did kind of read correctly that West had 2 high clubs and they were playing high from 4-2 Doubleton. East had one of the missing club honors. I'm going to lead a spade since everyone knows I'm out. No one's... I think West has both of the missing clubs, but let's just rough the spades good and see if anyone pitches too many hearts. I don't think they will. Yeah, both of them held on to a heart at the end. So fortunately, we did guess the hearts correctly. The field might be able to do so anyway if they get similar defense, especially if they pitch a club as opposed to a heart on that third round of diamonds. But plus 110 feels okay. Were we going to make 3 now? King Jack third of diamonds on side is pretty big because we have 6 diamond tricks, 2 clubs, and the ace of hearts. It looks like 3 no trump might make. Anyway, board 13. We got 15 count here. It's a little bit off shape. We'll open a no trump though. Partner bids 2 clubs. I mean, generally the reason you want to respond to Stamen is because if you miss out on a major suit fit, it tends to be bad. So like here, if partner has 4 spades, it's really bad for us to miss a spade fit. I guess I'll respond. Okay, great. Partner bid 3 spades, and now we have a decision to make. Partner has, I think, exactly a 9 count. Well, 9 total points. We have 9 spades between us. Some of the field will open a spade on this hand. And if they open a spade, I wonder what partner's going to do. They have 4 spades and a mixed raise. It'll probably go spade 2 spades. And that's one of the big reasons why you don't want to open a spade with these hands, is that you have no idea what to do for opener. Like, 2 spades could be the limit. Your partner has a generic 6 count with 3 trumps, and despite you having a nice looking ace king 5-4-2-2, like, you lose 2 hearts and 2 clubs off the top and you still have a diamond loser later in the play. Or you could just be making game. I am very tempted to bid the game. The 9th trump is pretty huge. If partner has a doubleton diamond, I think we're in really good shape. If partner doesn't have a doubleton diamond, then they might have a fitting diamond honor. The queen specifically. Let's bid the game. Get the 10 of diamonds lead. Great. Well, partner's hand doesn't exactly fit well with ours, but it's not the end of the world just yet. 10 of diamonds. Oh no. Not another one of these. So this could be 10 doubleton. We should put up the jack and play east for queen 9/4. We could pick off the diamond suit that way. This could be 10 9/4. We should play low. Play east for queen doubleton. It could be queen 10-9, in which case we should put up the jack. Could be 10-9 doubleton, in which case we just need to pick off the 10-9 doubleton, put up the jack, and then cash the king. We also have some issues in the heart and club suits. I guess I'm going to cover the 10 of diamonds. I have seen them before lead from queen 10-9, although it's very rare. But I think I saw it just last week, so recency bias taking hold. Man, we unfortunately just do not have a very fitting hand with partner. Even the queen doubleton of clubs instead of jack doubleton would make me a lot happier. Then I would just be on one finesse in the minor suits. The jack of diamonds holds, we're in good shape, but if it gets covered, I'm not feeling too great. Okay, jack of diamonds at trick one. We're not really going to glean any more information from analyzing this. Okay, well, now we're in excellent shape. So I think what we want to do now is go queen of spades, spade to the ace. If trumps split, then I think I'd like to try and eliminate the diamond suit before playing on the other suits. It does become a little bit complicated, but yeah, things become complicated if diamonds are 4-2. East played the 3 of diamonds, though, at trick 1, which could be a count signal. So I think it's very possible that diamonds are 3-3. But yeah, if I'm able to eliminate the diamond suit, I might be able to... well, I will be able to pitch a round suit card from dummy and then lead that round suit. And I think it makes the most sense to lead hearts, because then we'll, at the very worst, have a club guess at the end of play. And at the best, maybe East has to win the second heart and they'll be forced into leading into our club king. I mean, the same thing can happen if we pitch a club, but I think this is what we have to do first, because it's way too risky to try and rough diamonds before pulling trumps. So queen of spades. I guess maybe I should have been a little bit more concerned about the potential for a 4-1 spade or 4-0 spade split and played a spade to the ace. Yeah, especially if I was going to cash the ace king. Okay, this was sloppy. I had kind of thought that maybe I go queen of spades, spade to the ace, and if they split, I just play a heart up immediately. But no. This was just very foolish. All right, let's slow down a second. But ace of diamonds. Oh. Okay. Well, that's amusing. So East realized that they didn't have that they didn't actually help themselves by covering the jack of diamonds with the queen. It would have given us a lot of concern because we would have then had to guess what to do next, but okay, so the problem here with diamonds not splitting 3-3 is that now if we strip the diamonds and cross back to our hand to lead a heart up, the only way we can cross back is in spades. We could, of course, play for the ace of hearts to be offside. We could strip the diamonds and just lead a low heart away from the king doubleton. West pitches a heart. It's a low one, but that doesn't... I don't think that means all that much with the king of hearts and dummy. I know the robots do tend to give standard signals, but... Wow. Okay, well... I mean, there's kind of like a funny thing we can do, which is really bad, but we could cash 2 diamonds and play another diamond to East, who will be end played. The thing is, East will just switch to whichever suit the finesse is working, and so we effectively will just lose an extra trick, the extra diamond trick. I think I'm just going to lead a heart up to the king and a club up to the king. West led a singleton. I mean, we have 15 highs, so there's no reason to believe that East can't have both missing aces. Yeah, if I was convinced about the location of the heart ace, I do think it's offside, but it feels a bit better to just lead a heart to the king than to play this, like, king of diamonds, diamond rough, low heart. Oh, that doesn't even work. I forgot. The whole point of this, the whole point was if diamonds are 3-3, I can actually pitch a heart and then strip the heart suit itself. Okay, never mind. We'll just lead a heart to the king. I've just been spouting nonsense for like the past 5 minutes. Okay, West has the ace of hearts. That's good. West wins the ace, returns the queen. So we can... Whoa! There's a lot of distribution flying around on this hand. No one bid anything. So there's no way that West has the ace of clubs anymore, right? Sadly, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I think we just have to rough our diamond and lead a club to the king. Or not rough our diamond first and lead a club to the king. The 8 of diamonds just holds. Okay. Why? Club to the king? Yeah, there was no way. Otherwise, West would have bid over a no trump. So, 620 though. I mean, I'm a little surprised West didn't bid anyway over a no trump. So that's probably a pretty good result. We'll see. I mean, if it goes a spade, 2 spades, I think a lot of the field might just bid game or whatever, like whatever they normally do when they open their strong no trumps one of a major. Maybe they make a game try and North accepts. I guess that could happen. Maybe they make a game try and North rejects. Who knows? But we do go plus. Board 14. We got a 16 count here. This is just a normal no trump opener. 1 no, 3 no. Okay. Spade lead. Partner has 15. I mean, it's not a great 15. So I guess I agree with partner's decision to just bid 3 no as opposed to looking for a slam. We got 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, and a spade off the top is 9. Every suit other than hearts offers us a chance for extra tricks. Let's see what the spade leads from. The 2 of spades. It's gonna feel really weird when this is a singleton. 2 of spades to the 10. We'll win the king. So it could be 3 small. I mean, West could be leading from the ace, but West is never leading from the ace. I guess I'm playing a club to the jack. If clubs split and the jack of diamonds comes down, we don't need to work on the spade suit. I could alternatively lead a spade to the queen now. It's a little bit awkward to play a spade to the queen because if I play the 5 of spades back and West plays the 3 and I play the queen and East wins the ace, West might still retain the jack 8 of spades. But playing a spade to the 6 and East wins the jack is not useful to our side, I don't think. But club to the jack is definitely the most straightforward plan. It's kind of only helpful to not do so if we're able to set up an extra spade trick slowly. Like if he started with ace jack 10 of spades and West led from 3 small, then a spade to the queen, maybe West plays the 8 on it, so that we're relatively happy. East wins, and East will probably just cash a high spade at that point. And then we can ditch a club and see if the diamonds run or if there's some sort of squeeze. Something along those lines, at least. Like, the jack of diamonds is not too likely to fall. But I think the field is just going to play a club to the jack, and it probably does make sense to do so. There is some chance that we can pick off 4 club tricks if clubs are 4-2. If West has queen 9 or queen 10 doubleton, the 8 of clubs is a pretty big card. I guess I'm a little nervous about what happens if West started with ace jack 4th of spades and I lead a spade to the queen. But I'm taking all of my finesses into East's hand, so, you know, if I lead a spade and West hops up with the ace and plays one back, I'm still playing a club to the jack, and East won't have the long spade to cash. All right, since I'm always playing a club to the jack at some point, and unless, you know, we get the miracle 3-3 spades with the ace jack 10 offside, let's do it now. Okay, no 9 or 10. East wins the queen and returns the 3 of clubs. We got the 7 from West after a long think. I think I'm going to play low. I hope that West plays the 10 or 9 and that I can then decide if I want to play a club to the 8 later. West plays the 7-6. Yeah, so East could have been returning a small club from 10-9. I mean, it's very risky because I could have put up the 8. Like, if I had ace 8-6 of clubs, then the 6 would have just held there. But I guess it's possible that West signaled the 7 from 10-9, 7-6. That would make it a bit, human perspective, more likely that West has 4 spades, but from robot perspective, maybe it's still coin flip. Okay, let's play a heart to the ace, I guess, and lead a spade. 6-4 ace 2. Could be 4-3. I mean, someone has 4 hearts. Okay, West has the ace. Oh, East plays the jack. That is good news, so we do have the rest. Our 9 of spades is high. 460. It was queen doubleton of clubs. So I wonder what would have happened if we had let a spade up at trick 2. Because West erred by hopping up with the ace of spades. We would have only gotten 1 spade trick, and then we would have had to figure out what to do in the diamond suit. I mean, it doesn't look like we actually would have made 11 tricks from there unless West helped us out. We don't have the ability to hook East for the jack of diamonds because we just didn't have the entries at that point. I guess that's not true. Spade to the queen and then run the 10 of diamonds, but we're not doing that. Anyway, 14. Once again, good 13 to 17 no trump openers. So we open no trump. Partner bids Stamen. Partner invites, showing exactly 9 high card points. We do not have an accept this time. Fast auction. King of spades, king from ace king. I probably should have played the 8 of spades at trick 1. West continues the ace anyway. And plays a 3rd round. Okay. So we don't really know who has the long spade, unfortunately. The robot premise is that they could just lead from anything. But I mean, even from a human perspective, ace king third would be a reasonable opening lead, and East carding is somewhat consistent with them not really knowing what to do. They played the 9 of spades at trick 2, so I think West does have the 10. I forget East's first spade spot. It was a low one. Maybe the 6. I think it was the 6. Ace king of spades and a low spade is odd. I think our plan is going to be we pitch a club on this trick and try and set up diamonds by keeping West off lead. So king of diamonds, run the 9, or king of diamonds, diamond, West plays an honor. We go up with the ace and then play a third round. That makes sense to me. We should be making this. Okay, it looks like I'm just... East has the 9 of spades in case any... Or East has the 10 of spades in case anyone's wondering. I don't know why East played the 9 instead of the 10 on the previous trick. Something weird is going on in the spade suit then. Ace, king of spades, and then a low spade. I did deny a 4-card major, so West knows I have at most 3 of them. I guess that means that West with ace, king, jack, 5th would defend this way. But the fact that East played the 9 of spades and now the 10, I mean... I don't know, maybe spades are just 4-4, and that's probably more likely to be what's happening than something weird. Like East is trying to get clever and false card us when they started with jack 10 9 5th. Because we could try and keep East off lead. We could go diamond to the ace and diamond to the 9, like similar idea. I think I'm just going to do what looks most natural, though. King of diamonds, diamond. It's going to be real sad if West turns up with a singleton diamond honor, but so be it. Do they cash a spade? They don't. Good news, so we'll hop up with the ace. Looks like West started with 5 spades. Probably not going to be able to run the heart suit, but we will try. East pitches a heart. Okay, just kidding. We can run the heart suit. Oh, well, because East pitched one, we can run the heart suit. So 150. We weren't really entitled to 150. West could have done better on defense. East could have done better on defense. So, feel pretty good about the result. Pass. East opens a spade in front of us. We have a 14 or 13 count. King 5th of spades. We're just gonna let this one go. Nothing to really overcall. I think a no trump is a really bad bid, but it could definitely work out. I think a lot of the field is probably just going to overcall a no trump because they're greedy to play the hands. Like, you don't enter a best hand tournament and not get to declare all 24 boards, right? That's the only reason we're here. Have the opponents played something? They played 2 clubs, undoubled, down 4, vulnerable. That went well for us. But aside from that, we played 14 out of 15 hands so far. So we'll just pass. Whoa! That is a bid pard. 2 spades. Spade and no trump, 2 spades. All right, so Partner's a passed hand. I mean, I'm just going to bid four hearts, but let's think for a second about what partner's hand might look like. Because if spades are 5-5-2-1 around the table, it's probably equally likely that partner has a doubleton than West has a doubleton. So it could go spade to the ace spade bluff to start, but we don't have any other guaranteed losers outside of that. Partner could have the diamond ace, partner could have a club honor, clubs could be, well, if partner has two spades, they have a singleton club, right? So I think we just bid four hearts. Is it possible we miss a slam? Partner could be 1-5-5-2. Partner could be 1-5-6-1 with the diamond ace. 1-6-5-1. It's possible we miss a slam. I think it's just a little bit too much to go exploring. Like, I really don't want to bid three spades and then apparently it shows a heart fit, but I don't want to do this and then, you know, partner's missing a bunch of heart honors. They're just going to sign off in four hearts. Let's just bid four hearts. You know, wait a sec. Hold on. Hear me out. Now that I'm thinking about this. Because I am a little bit worried about spades 5-5-2-1 with partner having the doubleton, I actually really want East to be on lead. I don't think three spades should necessarily show a heart fit, but according to the convention, it says it does. I kind of want partner to declare. I really want partner to declare. I mean, counterpoint to that, if partner has a singleton spade and a doubleton club, then a spade lead is going to set up a discard for our club loser. So maybe it really is more of a 50-50. If partner has a singleton spade, I want West on lead. If partner has a doubleton spade, I want East on lead, and it's really a coin flip. I could just do this to go anti-field, and maybe it's okay. Sometimes partner's doubleton club is the queen, and they don't have a profitable club lead. Sometimes partner's doubleton club isn't the queen, and East doesn't lead clubs anyway. Like, East leads a trump because a trump is a pretty good lead against these two suited auctions. I'm not saying a trump lead's bad for them. I think it would be fine, but I'm not as concerned about that as I am about a spade ruff. Okay, I'm going to be clever. Let's see if it works out. Let's bid three spades. Partner bids four hearts as expected. East is on lead, and we get the ace of spades lead. Whoa. Partner's minor was not what I saw coming. Okay. Well, now what? So ace of spades lead is obviously helpful. It doesn't cost us a trick, and we now have the king of spades set up as a stopper in the suit in case things get a little bit messy. The club suit itself, like, technically we could play the suit for no losers if West has 10-9 doubleton, but I'm not going to lead the queen of clubs on the first round. I think I'm just going to cash the ace. East may well have stiff king. Pretty unlikely, but it's possible. They are, of course, going to figure out to cash a diamond when they get in. We'll see what the trump split is. Let's pull trumps. I mean, if trumps are 4-0, we might have a bit of work to do. Should I try and plan for 4-0 trumps? Or should I just lead a heart at trick 2 and then think about 4-0 if it does happen? I mean, the ace of spades lead is a little bit suspect, but if East has ace queen jack, like, maybe it's just fine and normal. So what would I need to do if trumps happen to be 4-0? I would rough the opening lead. I'd pull a round of trumps. We find out they split badly. Objectively, I would like to set up clubs and rough a diamond, but I don't think I can do all of that, because they'll just keep playing spades, and that's going to force out the... Well, wait a second. If trumps are 4-0, I could then just duck a diamond. They play a spade. I win the king, pitching a diamond. No, the whole point is that East can just play a third spade, North gets forced. Yeah, if the North and South hands get forced, I'm in trouble, right? Maybe I could play the hand as a full cross ruff then. I could take a club finesse, cash 2 clubs, and effectively just cross ruff as many tricks as I can. If I could rough 3 spades in the North hand and 2 diamonds in the South hand, as well as cash the king of spades, 2 clubs, and whatever other tricks. Okay, I think that works. Let's think a bit more if trumps happen to split badly at trick 2. So we'll rough with the 3 of hearts, and we'll play a heart to the king. Oh. East thought for a little while and then follows with the 2 of hearts. Okay, fair enough. So let's pull second trump, because now we're not in any danger. West pitches a club. I think this is good. I'm going to play East for the stiff king at this point. Right? I mean, the 5 of clubs just, yeah, like something... It doesn't exactly help. I mean, West pitched a club, so it would help us. Obviously, the opponents don't know what our partner's minor suit is, but something feels fishy about this club discard. Either way, I think we pull a third trump and then think about the club suit. I could play for 5-0 clubs. I mean, I could go low club to the queen. It doesn't help against the singleton king problem. I mean, I would lose a club trick, but if clubs happen to still be 4-0 and I go ace of clubs, club to the queen, West will just duck, and I don't have an entry to the south hand to lead another club to the jack. Wait, that's not true. I would just duck a diamond, rough a diamond. Yeah, so let's just go ace of clubs club, right? So now I play a club to the queen. I duck a diamond, rough a diamond, king of spades, pitch a diamond, and lead a club to the jack. So they get 2 more tricks. Clubs were 5-0. Huh. So I think we actually did really well, because if West leads a spade at trick 1, we don't get the same effect. We can pitch a diamond from dummy, but then we're going to lose a club, a diamond, and the ace of spades. I think we did really well by right-siding it. It was just random chance that we right-sided it, but I think our reasoning was pretty sound. You know, we expected partner to have diamonds, not clubs, and that was what we were thinking about, but we just got very lucky, and then East... On lead, I think a trump is kind of automatic from East's hand, but the ace of spades is not the most unreasonable lead that I've ever seen, and it just worked out really poorly for them there. And then West club discard. It was going to be tough. I mean, West probably should pitch a spade rather than one card from both minors, but West doesn't know which minor to discard. And West thinking the same thing we did when we picked up our hand, because West doesn't know what North's minor is. We pulled two trumps. They have to make two discards. They guessed wrong. They pitched a club, and that let us make a ton of tricks. So really nice result there. Pass on by our partner. 2 hearts on our right. Maybe we could pass and see if West game forces with another 12 count. That would be great. I think we just make a takeout double. We have 4 spades, so that seems pretty natural. If partner bids 3 diamonds, we'll decide what to do. Okay. So 4 clubs, splinter, 4 hearts on our right. Really tricky spot. I mean, there's a lot of tempting things to do. I think they're probably making this. So that makes it pretty tempting to do something. I mean, making another takeout double is fine. I'm a little bit worried partner's just going to bid 5 diamonds. So we could, bid 5 clubs thinking, well, West has a singleton. East is pretty likely to have more than 4 of them. Actually, I don't think East will ever have more than 4 of them, so we have at least a club fit. I'm very happy the description says 13 or more total points, because sometimes it's like 25 to 32, and we bid 5 clubs and partner just bid 7 here. I don't think that's what's going on. The problem is just that if partner has 4 spades, we would prefer to make another takeout double. I think a big issue is that this partner, if they have 4 spades and longer diamonds, is just going to bid 5 diamonds anyway over our secondary takeout double. They're not going to really understand the implications of our second takeout double, that we really just want to get to 4 spades if we have a fit. So for that reason, I'm actually just very tempted to bid 5 clubs. With so much of our defensive values now completely nullified by the singleton or possibly club void and dummy. And I don't think West is bidding 4 clubs with a doubleton heart. I know it says in the description 2 or more hearts. And if that was the case, if we knew West only had 2 hearts, then ace of hearts and a heart would be pretty effective defense. We still have the ace of spades, so unless dummy has ace, king, jack, 5th of diamonds or something over there, we should be able to then get in with the spade ace and cash quite a few club tricks if partner has the ace. I think if we bid 5 clubs, we are getting doubled. Let's try and count losers. 2 diamonds, a heart, and 1 or 2 spades, which is the exact cutoff that we don't want to be at. Maybe I should just pass and lead ace and a heart. Sometimes partner balances. Maybe. I don't know about this partner, but it's possible. Tough decision. Man, that queen doubleton of diamonds is just such a ugly card on both offense and defense. Partner has a doubleton spade, we would prefer to save. Partner has a singleton heart, we would prefer to save. 4 clubs should be a slam try, is the thing that's a little bit concerning to me. But we know the robots don't always have their bids. It could just be that this is the robot's only way to raise to game if they have a singleton somewhere. Although I feel like they've raised to game otherwise when they had singletons in the past. Maybe I'm misremembering. How could West have a hand that wants to make a slam try off the ace of hearts and ace of spades, though? Club void? I mean, club void would make sense. I do think a lot of the field is going to act. I think a lot of the field might double. And I think a lot of the field is going to get to 5 diamonds and then not know what to do. So that makes me a little bit more comfortable bidding 5 clubs. Because if the field is just getting to a worse 5 of a minor sacrifice, then I think I'm relatively happy to just make a bid that could work out. Like if 4 hearts is making and 5 clubs is down 1 or 2, then we do well. Or it might just win against the majority of the field who gets to the wrong spot. I mean, the 4 spade bidders will win out, but hopefully that's not where we're at. Pass, pass, double, of course. Get a heart lead, and look at that. Actually perfect. Partner does have the doubleton spade. Heart lead, not all that helpful to us, unfortunately, but we are going to be down at most 2, which is good. It's possible they were going down in 4 hearts. But I guess let's see how the clubs split first. So we'll win the ace of hearts. Let's pull trump. West shows out. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Then again, if we had led ace and a heart, they would only be able to ruff 1 heart in the West hand. And it doesn't seem so clear that they have a ton of tricks available. Maybe 4 hearts was going down. Either way, we just have to do the best with the cards that we have now. West pitches the 7 diamonds. Let's pull more trumps. West pitches a spade. And I guess let's pull another trump and exit a heart. Let's just pitch a couple of diamonds. That makes me feel a bit more comfortable. Because if West started with 5 or even 6 diamonds, then ace, king of diamonds, our queen's going to drop. The jack is going to cash to pitch a spade from East's hand, ruff the diamond suit good, ruff a club, play a diamond, pitching another spade. They'll still lose a couple of clubs, but no spade tricks or something. You know, they can pitch their club losers instead and then just play a spade to the king. So hopefully 4 hearts makes. We'll take a look after the hand. All right, let's exit a heart. Does East overtake? They do. And they put a diamond through. Try the 10. West wins the jack. Cashes the king. And they're just going to exit the ace. Or this. East pitches a spade. I guess there's no real hope other than stiff king. So we play a spade to the ace. They get a trick in the end. Yeah, diamond 6-1. So let's take a quick look. I mean, with diamond 6-1, I don't think there was any chance that 4 hearts was going down. Queen of diamonds is on side, so even if Declara decides to play a diamond to the jack, it would work. But they might just go ace, king of diamonds, see the queen drop, jack of diamonds. They'll have pitched all their club losers, ruff the diamonds good, ruff a club over, and then play the rest of the diamonds throwing spades. So it looks like we did the right thing, which is nice. We did get a bit fortunate, but I mean, we had kind of talked about, you know, partner having these hands with a doubleton spade or potentially hands with fitting cards in the spade suit would also help. So I think it was close. Worked out for us this time. Board 18, pass on a right. We have 20 singleton queen of diamonds. This is one of these hands where we could open 2 no trump and have it go all pass and we miss 4 of a major. I'm considering opening a club for that reason. I mean, over 2-0, partner bids regular stamen, so we'll always find our 4-4 fits if partner's game forcing. If we open a club and partner bids a diamond and we then jump shift to 2 hearts, I mean, we might miss a spade fit, I guess, depending on how the auction continues. If we open a club and the opponent's preempt in diamonds, it's not so bad for us. We can make a takeout double at basically any level. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate that we wouldn't have the auction to ourselves, but no real control over that. I guess I'm going to open 2-0. I tend to think that these decisions are relatively close, and if I can do something that maybe makes a little bit of separation between the field, then hopefully we can take advantage of the alternative contracts that we might reach or alternative opening leads or defenses that we might get. So let's give it a try. This is one that I don't feel like 2-0 trump is sufficiently better than opening a club, but I think it is close. 2-0, 3-0. Looks like we don't have a major suit fit. We get a spade lead and not a diamond lead, although maybe that doesn't necessarily make too much of a difference on this hand. So off the top, we have 8 tricks if we knock out the diamond ace. 4 spades, 3 hearts, and a diamond. We could take an extra trick in the heart suit itself. We could try and lead a club to the king. I think even against very strong expert players, I would still probably play the club suit in the natural way, which is running the 10 on the first round and then running the 8 on the next round, or low to the 9, whatever you prefer. Because it's going to be really hard for West to get in and realize that they should switch to a diamond looking at this dummy. It's a lot more natural for West to just switch to hearts, and even if East makes some sort of negative Smith signal in the spade suit, why would West prefer to switch to diamonds as opposed to hearts looking at this dummy? Now, that could be counteracted by the fact that West might have forgotten to lead from Jack 10 9 4th of diamonds, and, you know, they suddenly get in clubs and wake up. We would still have the option to lead a club to the king later if we wanted to do so, because if East has the ace of clubs, our diamonds would be protected. I mean, it's never going jack of diamonds, low ace, right? East is never picking off our stiff queen. I think I want to try and put up the 9 of spades at trick 1, even though it would really expose our spade holding a little bit by if the 9 wins. Now West is going to know we started with ace, king, jack 4th. Once again, I think like the temptation to switch to hearts as opposed to diamonds is always going to be there and should be a little bit stronger. And just getting a second spade entry would be nice. You know, West leads from 10, 8, 7, 5. So this is just a normal 4th best lead. Let's give it a try. 9 of spades holds. Let's run the 10 of clubs. I saw a little bit of hesitation from East on the 10 of clubs. And West just plays back the 10 of spades, so that's good news. I think if East had Jack double 10 of clubs, they would have covered. So I'm going to win the queen and run the 8. West could have false carded with the queen from queen jack 3rd. I don't think I've ever seen the robots do it from that holding. Queen jack doubleton, they tend to follow a 50-50 between the false cards, which isn't necessarily the best strategy, but it's a pretty good one. So I'm going to stick in the 9. Heart discard. Let's... I mean, West is somewhat likely to hold the diamond ace. I think the only chance I have of stealing a trick, though, is if I can lead a diamond to the queen and East has the ace. It's going to be very revealing when I play a heart to the queen and it just holds and I lead a low diamond. But so could East have the ace of diamonds? They've turned up with ace jack of clubs. Nothing in spades. Like, they could barely and not have opened the bidding. But if I lead the diamond queen, West is just going to hop up with the ace, right? All the time. All right, heart to the queen. You know what I just realized? Hearts might not split. I saw West pitch a heart on the third club. Oh no. Oh no, this is going to look terrible if the hearts don't split. I realized I have made a boo-boo. I have made a big boo-boo. Okay, hearts do split. Whew. I don't know why. Okay, we need to like take a breather for a second. We got 6 boards to play. It's getting hot in here. Whew. That was a little bit scary. I probably should have just led the diamond queen and knocked out the ace and claimed my 10 tricks. Oh boy. Is that going to be a good score? I don't know. Other tables might have the auction start a club, a diamond, 2 hearts, or a club, a diamond, 3 no, or something. And they might get very similar defense. But we did pick off, I mean, hearts are 3-3, so that's a little bit disappointing because we did happen to pick off the clubs for 2 tricks. The queen 7 doubleton was in West, so we were able to run the 10 and then run the 8, basically. All right, board 19, we got 16 count. We'll open no trump. Partner bids Stamen. This hand feels a little bit better to just deny the spade suit, so I'm going to do that. Partner bids 2 no. I'm going to accept. 9 high card points opposite this type of hand. I have a good 5 card suit. Feels like an automatic game bid. Get a heart lead. We do have a spade fit, so this is already interesting. Heart lead. Man. If the king of clubs is offside, we're pretty happy. Is that true? No, we're not. We're really upset on this hand. I think a lot of the field will just open a no trump because they've learned that's the right thing to do with a 5 card major, but some of the much older players might open this hand a spade because they have 5 spades and they'll get to 4 spades. Well, maybe they get to 4 spades. Again, partner has 9. We don't really know how they're going to get there, but if they get to 4 spades, they'll be able to rough something in dummy. If the king of clubs is onside, they can rough a club. If the king of clubs is offside, they have a bit more work to do, but they can rough a heart. So we're always losing a trick to the players who play it in spades. The heart opening lead is a bit unfortunate for us because they're going to set up heart tricks. So I think we just have to cash out and take our 9. If the opponents had let a spade, we would have been a little bit more excited about how the defense could go. We might then be able to set up diamonds, for example, and never have to take a club finesse. All right. Let's win the ace of hearts and lead the jack of clubs. King of clubs is offside makes me a little bit happier because now if people do get to spades, it is going to take a bit more work to get your heart rough. Like if someone just pulls trumps, for example, or, pulls 2 rounds of trumps and then runs the queen of clubs, they'll probably get the 3rd round of trump pulled against them and not get their heart ruff. Heart comes back. There's really just nothing to do other than cash out at this point, I don't think. So just being a little bit careful, we can pick off 5-0 spades with East by leading the jack on the first round as long as we keep the ace of clubs entry. So I guess let's do that. 8 of hearts goes to the 10. Can't afford to duck. They might cash 3 diamonds. I mean, I don't think they will, but... Spades 4-1. I mean, that gives me a little bit of hope as well, but with the opening heart lead, we know the opponent's lead 4th best, so hearts are 4-3. I do not think that it is likely that they are going to make an error in the defense. Lots of heart discards. West is down to the last heart. Just cash the queen of clubs. All right, East has a club and the ace of diamonds. Oh, just kidding. West has the diamond ace. 400. Well, maybe it's okay. Probably not, but maybe. All right, board 20. Partner opens a heart. We have 15. So could we have a slam? I mean, normally I would just bid 2-no. I don't see any reason not to. Maybe partner will tell us something interesting over 2-no trump. Partner has a singleton spade. All right, now let's think about slam prospects. Let's give partner 6th heart just to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. So king 6th of hearts, singleton spade, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds. That'd be an 11 count. We'd have a club loser, no spades, no trumps. And if partner has a doubleton diamond, but that's pretty unlikely, queen of diamonds would give him 13. Then we'd be on for a slam. Jack of diamonds, maybe. King of clubs, sure. So slam is definitely in the picture. We could start by cubiting 4 diamonds. Which we don't have the diamond ace. I wonder what 3-no trump says. Stoppers everywhere, that's not it. It's definitely worth investigating. But we do need a lot of help in the minors. I mean, ace, king of clubs, queen of diamonds. We might still have 2 diamond losers, but ace, king of clubs, queen, jack of diamonds, king of hearts, 13. I mean, there's a lot of 13 counts. Like, the singleton spade makes our queen of spades useless, but we have a lot of controls. What's a really terrible hand partner can have? 5 hearts, right? So partner is 1, 5, 4, 3 with 4 small diamonds. We have 2.5 diamond losers, and then they would also hold king, jack of hearts, king, queen, jack of clubs. That's a 10 count. That's not quite enough. Ace, queen, jack of clubs. So we would have 3 losers in that case, but partner's really not moving over 4 diamonds with that hand, I don't think. It's tricky, right? Like, we could have the singleton diamond, and then partner's 4 small diamonds are golden. I guess then we would have splintered. Okay, so partner shouldn't expect that we have shortness. That's the whole point that you go through 2-no trump, right? I'm getting all mixed up because I haven't played, like, standard Jacoby in a while. Yeah, so partner shouldn't picture us with a singleton diamond if we cubed. I'm going to give it a shot. I also kind of want a club lead. If they lead clubs, that's probably good for us. I mean, we're never pitching enough clubs from partner's hand that they go away. And if partner has the king of clubs, it would be nice to know about it. Or nice to know that it takes a trick. Partner bids key card. I mean, I'm supposed to bid 5 spades, 2 with the queen. I think I'm going to. Because hopefully partner's doing something intelligent over there. We have all the key cards? Wait a second. Hold on. Is this possible? I guess it is, right? Ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, king of hearts. But we've kind of already worked out that a grand is... It's possible if partner has ace, king of clubs, ace doubleton of diamonds, and the king of hearts. Partner could be 1, 6, 2, 4 with that shape. But we just don't have anything extra, right? So we just bid 6 hearts. Okay. That's a good singleton spade, partner. How did you know? Trumps are going to be 4-0 and we're going to be cursing our luck. But this is a nice result because I think a lot of the field is just going to get to 4 hearts with these hands. And we really stopped to consider all the possibilities and did pretty well. We've gotten to what looks like a really nice slam. And do we have any prospects for all of the tricks? I think the answer is no. Yeah, it's just a no. So we just, if hearts are 4-0, we're down 1. If hearts are 3-1 or better, we make it. So we'll just claim at trick 2 after we play heart to the ace. I'm just like thinking, you know, am I taking 13 tricks if the robots really badly misdefend? I know I don't like claiming these things, but sometimes I do want to speed up the play a little bit because I know that these are long videos. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't pick off a Jack 10 8 fourth of hearts in East's hand. We're 1 spot card short. Partner's gonna be like, okay, 8 of hearts. Long think from West, 4 of hearts. Looks like we're good. 12 tricks. They get a club. We can pull trumps. 14-30. So that should be a pretty good result. We bid a couple of slams today that I think are going to be really nice results. 4 boards to go. Partner opens a heart. We have an 11 count, so we happen to know that partner has 11 over there. Our hands don't fit together well. Okay, let's start with a spade. Let's see what partner does. I'm thinking of passing a no trump if partner rebids a no trump. Partner rebids 2 hearts. What do I think the field's going to do here? I actually don't know. I would like to know if the field would pass or bid 2 now. Because I'm leaning towards pass. But if the entire field is passing, then maybe 2 no trump offers us a decent alternative shot. You know, this added bonus that we know partner only has 11 makes it so that I'm a little bit happier going low on hands like this, especially on misfits. The 6th heart makes it a little bit more appealing to take a shot at something, but it's really only good if partner's short in clubs, and we have no reason to expect that partner's short in clubs. Odds are partner's short in diamonds, which makes our hand pretty worthless. So I think I'm just going to let 2 hearts go. We could be missing a game even when partner has 11. Maybe partner happens to, again, be short in clubs or like have a 7th heart. If partner has a 7th heart, we could easily miss a game here. But we'll just pass this one out. We get a spade lead. Okay. Well, partner's not short in clubs. Looks like we have a guess at trick 2 in the heart suit. I mean, I could certainly go ace of spades, king of diamonds. If diamonds are 3-3, they might make a mistake taking the ace on the first round, especially not knowing that partner has a singleton spade. They might suspect the singleton spade when I hop up with the ace, as opposed to sticking in the 9, for example. If North had a doubleton spade, it would be pretty automatic to stick in the 9 at trick 1, or win the ace and play trumps, right? Like, you would never go ace of spades, king of diamonds. I think I actually like that play on ace of spades, king of diamonds. If they make an error, then we'll have to decide if we can cash a third diamond or take a heart finesse immediately. But we might get a bit more info about the location of missing honors, and that could give us a bit of insight as to what to do in the heart suit itself. Okay, let's do it. Ace of spades, king of diamonds. Are they going to duck? They do. Okay. So good defense means that we'll have to figure out what to do with the clubs later, and we also need to figure out what to do with the hearts. I think West is more likely than East to have ducked the diamond ace. I mean, if East had the ace of diamonds, East would get a count signal from West, and so they should know to duck. But so from a human perspective, West would almost certainly have to have the diamond ace here. But I also think that given that East doesn't have a count or doesn't know what's going on the hand and doesn't get a count signal, I think they would be a little bit more scared about ducking the diamond king. Like, West could see that, fine, if Declare has a diamond singleton, sure, it goes queen of diamonds, but then they cover and it gets ruffed. East would be a little bit more timid. Maybe. Maybe not. So if West has the ace of diamonds, which, again, I just have some sort of gut feeling about it. Maybe it was the hesitation from West when they played the 3 of diamonds. I guess I'm going to stick East with the heart king. So heart to the 10 looks correct. No real strong feelings about that, but that's what we just got to do. We might get tapped out at this point and lose access to our long club, especially if hearts are 4-2, or especially if we misguess the hearts. Like, we could just try and get clubs going, and then if clubs happen to be 3-3, we could just go ace of hearts, heart out of hand, and maybe eventually pull trumps and score the long club. All right, let's play heart to the 10. Okay. East has the diamond ace. If East had taken the diamond ace on the first round, well, we would have been able to obviously cash 2 diamonds pitching a club then, but I probably would have misguessed the hearts. Jack of clubs switch is interesting. I think I'll just duck. There's no way East has a singleton club. They would have let it at trick 1. We're going to have to lose clubs anyway, and if East continues a second club, that just aids our plan. They do. 10 of clubs to the queen. So it's looking like, I mean, West could have the king 7 remaining, I guess. That's very possible. But let's pull some trumps. Okay. So they get a trump, and do they get 2 clubs? They don't. Oh, where was the 7 of clubs? Oh, dummy had the 7 of clubs. Yeah, never mind. Very good. So East gets their trump, but we do make 2 hearts. So we did well to stay low, I think. A lot of it probably depends on how the defense goes, because If we had rebid two no trump and our partner had passed, I don't know if they would, but if we had rebid two no and partner passes and West, say, like leads a diamond even, we'll be able to set up 4 diamond tricks, a spade, a heart, and a club. If you guess the hearts, you'll get, well, even if you don't guess the hearts, the jack falls doubleton. So you'll end up with 8 tricks. Maybe we didn't do great on, even though we went plus on the hand, but I guess we'll see. 14 count, 1 no trump all day. This one I don't think is even close. This would be an upgrade into the normal 15 to 17 range. 2 clubs, Capoletti, single suited. Partner doubles as Stamen. We'll respond 2 diamonds. We don't have a major suit. Partner bids 3 no. We sincerely hope West doesn't run the first 6 club tricks, but or 7 club tricks. I'll pass. Okay. All right, we got some work to do. So it looks like West started with the ace, possibly queen 6 of clubs. We have a club, we got 5 diamonds. As long as I don't misplay the diamond suit this time. We'll cash a high honor in the south hand first. And 2 spades gets us up to 8 tricks. A spade finesse could get us a 9th. I guess I'm going to play the king of clubs at trick 1. It's possible the lead is ace 9 8 7 as opposed to from the ace queen, and if that's the case, we can block the club suit. You still have queen doubleton. It doesn't help us all that much because we don't really have a quick way to set up a trick, but it gives us a little bit of an extra play for something. It's pretty likely West has the ace of hearts, so the problem that I'm having is that we're gonna pretty quickly have to decide whether we want to play a spade to the jack, like as in trick 2 quickly, because we win the king of clubs and then if we run diamonds immediately, like we can get back to the diamond queen once to play a spade to the jack, but then the spades will be blocked. And if I play a spade to the jack at trick 2 and it loses, West just cashes out and we lose so many tricks. They'll score at least a spade, 5 clubs, and the ace of hearts for down 2. We could just plan on essentially cashing out. What happens if I win the king of clubs and run 5 diamonds and West happens to hold everything? Queen of spades. Well, West can always come down to a singleton queen of spades as long as East holds on to the 10-9 third. Let's say West started with queen 10-9 of spades. Okay, just to, like, what sort of triple squeeze happens to West? They'll be down to 7 cards. We'll have 3 hearts, 2 spades, and 2 clubs in hand, and dummy will have, you know, some number of spades, stiff jack of clubs, and jack of hearts, whatever. So West will have to hold on to all 3 spades, otherwise we can go king of spades, jack of spades overtaking, and dummy runs spades. So they'll have to have 3 spades. They'll have to keep the ace of hearts, and therefore they can only keep 3 clubs in the 7-card ending. So there is some technical chance that running all of the diamonds immediately can make the contract. How important is it that West has the Queen of Spades for their overcall? I guess I need to decide that. Because if the Queen of Spades is effectively a 50-50, like if West doesn't need the Spade Queen for their overcall, East is more likely to have it, just based on missing spaces, that argument. You know, let's play the King of Clubs first. Maybe we drop a singleton queen. That was a long think from East. Huh. That was a really long think from East. Okay. Let's go back to the question. Like, how likely is it that West has the Queen of Spades for their overcall? Let's say they have the Ace Queen of Clubs. Ace Queen of Clubs, Ace Queen of Hearts would be enough. Ace Queen of Clubs, Ace of Hearts might even be enough. I don't think it's that important. So let's say I play spade to the jack and West wins and they cash 6 clubs. Can I keep enough cards in both hands? That's an important question. Dummy can pitch all their hearts, and Dummy will still need to find... I guess Dummy can pitch all their hearts in a diamond, for example. And from my hand, I'm going to need to find 3 discards. I can pitch a heart and 2 diamonds. So they're always getting the Ace of Hearts, and West will probably just take it immediately. But if they don't, I will be able to unblock the Spade King, cross in diamonds, and pitch a heart on the Ace of Spades. So yeah, it seems like we're just down 2 if we play a spade to the jack and it loses. But my thinking now is that there's a better than 50% chance the Queen of Spades is on side, and therefore there's a better than 50% chance that we can go plus on the board. So we should try and do that rather than just cash out for down 1. I think there's also some chance, or an argument to be made here, that if we had just opened a diamond, we might end up playing a no trump or 2 no trump and not get to game, and therefore the entire field is probably just going to go plus. Well, it'll go a diamond, 2 club overcall, negative double. Or maybe a diamond, 2 club overcall, 2 diamonds. Yeah, I think the field is just going to go plus if they don't open a no trump. And some people will just count the hand up and say it's 14. So for that reason as well, I think we should just take the spade finesse, hope to go plus here. Okay. Excellent. Let's cash a high diamond before I forget. I guess let's just cash out mostly. I'm trying to think if there's like any clever thing I can do, but it doesn't seem like it without potentially risking the contract, so let's play. Why did West unblock the Jack of Diamonds from Jack Doubleton? That's pretty weird. Yeah, West pitches a club, spades are 5-2, kind of as expected. East pitches the 8 of hearts is odd. East continuing to pitch hearts. East has held on to an awful lot of spades. I'm... I mean, there's no real way that exiting the King of Hearts helps, right? West started with 2 diamonds. They had 6 clubs. They had 2 spades, so they would have started with 3 hearts, and they haven't pitched any. Has West pitched? They haven't pitched more than 1 heart. I can't exactly remember. I think they might have pitched 1. Let's lead a club. Yeah, wow, East had the Ace of Hearts. I was certain that West needed that card for their overcall. I mean, overcalling 2 clubs on this garbage hand is nonsense. They're just asking for serious trouble. Man, if North was able to just keep a straight face and pass 2 clubs, I wonder if North should. No, probably. I mean, I don't know. North has 11, right? So North is game forcing. Maybe North should pass 2 clubs. 2 clubs is forcing. So East would bid 2 diamonds, and then it'll go past 3 clubs, and now North can double. The opponents are vulnerable against Nod. I think that's actually probably the way to go on North's hand. It might look a little counterintuitive because you don't really have a bunch of club stuff, but would you rather defend 3 clubs doubled with the opponent's unfavorable or play 3 no trump? All you need to do is take 6 tricks against 3 clubs doubled to get a top. I think that's what North should do. Yeah, you know, like when a lot of people just look at their hand and they're like, partner opened, I have a game force, and the opponent's overcall, and you're just like, well, I'm going to game force. Like, that's what I do. So they Q-bid the opponent's suit or whatever, and you don't really stop to think that, oh, maybe we can do better on defense. It's not I guess it's not taught, or maybe it's not fun to play defense. It's definitely not fun to play defense, right? But sometimes it can be. Anywho, we have a balanced 20. We'll open 2-0 here. Partner transfers us to hearts. Okay. All right, let's think. Partner has queen, 5th of hearts and out. Do we want to be in game? We have 2 diamonds to lose. We have a heart to lose. Possibly a second heart. I mean, game is a little bit better than 50-50 if it's only on the heart suit. But we have some black suit problems. So let's give partner 2, 5, 3, 3. We can rough a diamond. We have to deal with our club loser. It's not quite there. I don't think we should be super accepting with this hand. This is something you shouldn't do at the table. Like, most of the time, like, pausing to think is okay, but here, it's really dangerous to pause and think over 3 diamonds. We would have had to just make a split-second decision. I'm pausing because like in the robot game, it doesn't matter. There's no UI, and also I do want to try and consider what the best thing to do is so that we can learn something. At the table, generally my instinct is to just not bid 4 hearts in spots like this. I've done it before when I have 5 trumps. I've done it before when I have a singleton outside. And maybe I've done it before if I have a good solid 6-card minor or something that I've opened 2 no trump with. I'm like 2-3, 2-6. Sometimes it can be right, ace king 3rd of hearts, ace king queen 6th of clubs, and an outside whatever. Outside king maybe. But it's looking like if partner has that kind of mediocre 2 count that we don't want to be in game. And those are the hands that we want to be constructing, because if partner has a 6 count, they're going to bid game anyway, and then we can correct to 4 hearts. If partner has, more, then it's fine. So we'll just bid 3 hearts. Partner bids quantitative. Okay. That's interesting. Now we should construct some hands Because now partner has, I mean, we're going to bid a slam, but the question is, do we want to bid hearts or no trump? We have a lot of aces and kings. I know that the 9-card heart fit and the doubleton diamond might make it a little bit more attractive to play this hand in hearts. We could get a diamond ruff, of course, but the diamond ruff might not help us. Like, the queen of spades would be a huge card in partner's hand, and they're pretty likely to hold it when they make this sort of quantitative invite. Like, if we get 4 spades and 5 hearts and 2 clubs and a diamond, that's 12 tricks already in no trump. Where is our 13th coming from in hearts? I mean, maybe a diamond finesse. Sure, if partner has like ace, queen of hearts, queen of spades, ace, jack of diamonds, is that too much? That's 13. Maybe it's a bit too much. Then if the diamond hook is on, we could make 7 hearts, whereas we only have 12 tricks and no trump. No, I guess that's 13, right? 4 spades, 5 hearts, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds. Yeah. I think we just want to play this in no trump. Partner could have a small doubleton spade. I mean, we might get a spade lead. We can always take the spade finesse on our own if we want. There are certainly hands that I could construct where hearts plays better than no trump. Like, where 6 no trump has very little play and 6 hearts is close to lay down. I think, you know, partner having a doubleton spade would be a start. Maybe we should think about those hands for a second. So let's say partner's 2, 5, 3, 3 with a small doubleton spade. Ace, queen of hearts. King of diamonds, queen of clubs. So 6 hearts is cold. And in no trump, we have 2 spades, 5 hearts, 3 clubs, and a diamond is 11. So we would be on a spade finesse. That is just still worthwhile at match points, right? Like, if we have a 50-50 shot at getting 100 versus a 0, then we basically break even. I mean, I would kind of rather not be in that 50-50 shot, but it's looking like a little bit better than 50-50. Sometimes partner has the jack of clubs and a 4-card suit. Sometimes partner has the jack of diamonds. And sometimes partner has the queen of spades, like we said. We're always going to have a problem if partner's off the ace and king of diamonds in either contract. So let's bid 6 now. Get a club lead. Partner does have the queen of spades as expected. Partner has kind of the hand that we had mostly talked about. This ace, queen of hearts, queen of spades, ace of diamonds was one of the ones we had looked at. We can pick up 4-0 hearts with west, not with east. So we have 4 spades, 5 hearts, 2 clubs, and a diamond is 11 off the top. They're 12 off the top. Excuse me. And then we're going to have to see if we can get a 13th. Good news for us, the opponents don't know we have a heart fit. Let's play a low club. Club to the queen. We will win the ace. So if west has the jack 10 of clubs and the king jack of diamonds, we can squeeze them. I mean, it would be a pretty unusual lead to lead low from jack 10 against a slam, but I don't think the robots are programmed to lead differently against slams than they do against other contracts. I mean, if east has the queen jack 10 of clubs and the king of diamonds, we could squeeze them, but that is less likely, I think. East would have played the 10 of clubs at trick 1. I mean, I could just run all of my hearts and all of my spades before doing anything else. Pitching a diamond from hand. And see if the defense makes a mistake. That would also play for the legitimate squeeze, where West has the Jack 10 of clubs, King Jack of diamonds. Alternatively, I could try just leading the diamond queen at trick 2. That might be a play that's a little bit more likely to work against human opponents than the robots. Yeah, let's try for the legitimate squeeze. I think that's got to be our best chance. And running all of our tricks first before before messing around in the diamond or club suits does appear to be the way to go. I think they are just going to pitch spades, though. And then when I run spades, they're going to get more info. Maybe I should run spades before I run hearts. I don't think it really matters. It wouldn't really matter against strong opponents, but I'm just trying to think of the best way to go about swindling the robots. All right, let's run the spade suit first. Throw a diamond from dummy. Nine of diamonds from West. Nope, not today. $14.40 though. So again, I think this is probably going to be a pretty good result. A lot of our slams have been good. We just had that board 8 way back that I have no idea what partner was thinking, but we're going to get a bad result on that one. Last board of the set. Then we'll see how we did. Pass a diamond on our right. Okay, so this is a 17 count. I think what we want to do is double, and the plan is going to be to raise whatever partner bids. If partner bids 2 clubs, I don't know what the plan is. We should probably come up with one, but there doesn't really seem to be an alternative. Like, if we overcall a heart, why? So I don't think that's the bid. It does appear like we just want to start with double. So let's do that. Okay, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts. I think we're happy now to just bid 4 hearts. Partners showed a 4-card suit. Partners showed some values, so we'll just bid the game. This seems pretty clear. I know I've seen the robots do this with, like, nothing before, and I don't know what sort of glitch made that happen, but I think I'm just going to trust that partner has values for their 2-heart bid and bid the heart game. King of hearts lead. Yeah, see, like, I don't understand why I've seen the robots bid 2 hearts with hands like this. This is not a 2-heart bid. Partner has a 6 count with queens and jacks. We're still in good shape, though. I mean, if the king of clubs is in opener's hand, we're going to be doing well. Hearts could be splitting. King of hearts, spade switch. I'll win. I mean, it sounds like hearts are not splitting. Amazing. All right, they pull a 3rd trump. I'm a little bit nervous about this king of clubs. Oh, no. I mean, we can't do anything other than take the finesse. Wow, this is just incredible. I hope that the field gets here, but what a disappointing result. Yeah, if partner had just been silent, we would have reopened with a double again, and then partner would bid 2 hearts with their hand, and we would just play an apart score. I mean, we would have been pretty upset seeing partner's hand, so maybe we should get to game. I mean, maybe we bumped 2 hearts to 3 at that point, I'm not sure. All it required was trump splitting or the king of clubs in opener's hand. Not today. Are we going to get results? Any minute now. We'll get a pop-up with our score. How was the set overall? I mean, board 3 could be bad. I think we looked at that one. Board 2 feels pretty flat. Board 4 presumably is going to be okay. We thought that maybe people would get to 4 spades and go down 2. But starting with board 5, things were going pretty well for us. Got to 3-0 and made the over trick. We got to 6 hearts on board 6. Got to 6 diamonds on board 7. Board 8 was unfortunate, but then turned things around on board 9, staying in no trump as opposed to playing in clubs or spades. We still don't have a pop-up for our results. 2 clubs down 4 feels like it might be flat, but we did get very lucky with our choices on defense. So today, as opposed to yesterday, I actually felt pretty good about all of our choices. We might not do all that much better. I mean, hands like board 8, I'm not sure how it's going to score. I'm hoping to find out before the video ends. But I think a lot of our choices just worked out well. Like even board 11, when we kind of misguessed what to do, we got fortunate because they got a heart ruff and then still had a natural trump trick at the end. Board 12, we got to 2 diamonds. Could have picked up the diamond suit either way, but we ended up picking up the heart suit instead, so that was nice. Got to 4 spades on board 13, which felt pretty good. Board 17, we had, again, another kind of like gambling guess, but we thought that we had done the right thing and it worked out for the right reasons. Got to another slam on board 20, which maybe not everyone's going to reach. 6 no trump on 23 is probably a good score. Last board's sad, but hopefully pretty flat. And where are our results? All right. Hey there, everyone. We're going to take a look at the results from day 2 because this is the only way I could find. We didn't get any preliminary results, but these are the actual percentages we scored. I will note, no spoilers, but these percentages do average to about 74% on the day. We knew that it was going to be a really good showing. I mean, as you can see, scrolling through the results, we just had a ton of boards that were upwards in the 90s. We had 100% even for no trump making 5. Not really surprised there. We were 6-5 in the black suits on that one. A lot of other really, really strong results as well. We did have a couple of bad ones that we kind of knew. That last board, 4 hearts down 1, a little bit sad. 3 hearts making 6, obviously. I mean, I think the field just balances 4 hearts, I guess, is what it looks like. We obviously should have gotten there. Partner had an easy raise, but we missed out. 3 no trump going down 1 on board 4. Down 1 on board 4. Sorry, it's recording this afterwards. I'm not sure I remember all the details of the hands, but all of our slams were great results, as we can see, kind of looking through the scores. Playing in no trump instead of playing in major suits has worked out for us. So overall, stay tuned for day 3. We'll try and bring things home and see if we can manage to get a good show for how we end up.